go a little early today, and
Exactly.
we'll make up for last time a little
Ain't
bit.
nobody
So,
here. It's fine.
hey, how's it going? And to everybody that's here now, the nobody here dude says, we're early, starting early. How is everyone today?
How early
It's
are
a
we starting?
day.
It was only about 2 minutes, if that, early.
Oh,
It
okay.
doesn't make up for last week's hour and a half
Yeah.
recovery in the snow, which I went back up in the snow again with two-wheel drive only and ended up in a ditch. Ended up
Nice.
having to I backed basically all the way up the ditch because that's where there was no snow, and then just all of the speed and power. Real Jeremy Clarkson kind of, power move out of there.
hmm hmm
Made it around.
I tried that in my Charger. I no longer have the front end on my Charger.
Well, the problem with the
Just saying.
Chargers are when you try to start backblading with the front bumper, it just doesn't hold up
Yeah,
to that.
it does not like that. It peels it right off.
It's all Canada on you.
I think the Canadian Chargers had a little more, rigidity for snow in the bumpers, but apparently not.
Well, it would have if I'd probably left that bottom skid plate on it. If I had
Oh
left it off.
no! So that thing
So
was just
really
like a
gives
big
it
claw. It was just
Nice.
clawing
Yeah,
and pulling it
yeah.
back. Oh
excavating.
no!
Yeah.
That's terrible.
They put those things there for a reason, you know.
Yeah. But you always wonder,
Eric, we
what
sent
good
you
is this
over. Check
plastic?
your Instagram. We
Yeah.
sent you over
You're
there.
like, what's this plastic
brother?
skid plate actually going to protect? Well, now I know.
It'll stop the snow from getting up in there.
Keep
Yeah,
the
I
snow from
guess.
peeling your front end off. Yep.
Is this what we're gonna do? Is we're just gonna all day play with our beards
Well,
while
it's like going the wrong way.
the non-bearded below can't?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, the
yeah,
bearded guys are up there. The non-bearded are down here, right?
I noticed we have glasses over here and the non-glasses over there. Yeah.
We did it on purpose. Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll get right into it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a podcast tab now on YouTube.
I heard tell of
And-
this.
Oh, is that finally there?
Yeah, if you go to create, they have their own how they want them set up and all this deal. So that's what dudes and I were talking this morning when we were setting this up. We're like, what should we talk about? What's the title of this? And so we went with, would this be good for a podcast? If you weren't able to see us right now with these lives, would that
Our visual is not
detract?
at all.
Exactly. I don't think that it really helps us looking at it.
But the question is, did you guys try the new podcast? I can't imagine YouTube, which is a video platform, would have podcasts that doesn't include video.
No, have not gotten that far yet. Becky, listen, what you do with your bird is your business.
She says bread.
Oh, bread? Oh.
I
Oh,
should
beard,
put it in
bread.
the right comment section.
She corrected me pretty quickly too.
I mean, if I cooked bread, it would probably have some beard in it, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Facts. In fact, a lot of things have beard in them now.
Well, that's why I don't have my beard, because I found when I was eating with a beard, I got beard.
Oh, I trim these sides because they get in there.
Oh, they totally get in there. Listen, a little protein never hurt nobody.
And then sometimes when I really want to just take care of it and I don't have scissors with me, I'll just bite it off. And then
Just chew your own freaking. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I feel like this is the State Farm commercial where you're like, you don't have to say that much, bud.
that's what you do. You just deal with it.
Hopefully, you never get arrested. You probably chew your arm off.
Chew yourself out of it for sure, man.
I also have a bread machine.
Bread machine.
It's a very
My
good,
mom had a bread machine back in the day. It was old. It was one of those you poured everything in and it just did its, set it, forget it, easy bake
act like
oven.
it's some old timey thing. They still sell bread machines.
Are they like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
My
they
mom had
don't
one
make
too.
themselves.
See?
They get the little mixer in it and everything.
Yeah,
and
they'll screw the whole thing. Yeah.
And they just bake.
Old timey bread machines. No,
Old timey bread machine. Yeah.
So this is what our podcast is going to be: is old timey bread machines.
Well, we digressed really quickly from talking
yeah.
about podcasting to
Hi.
old timey bread machines. So
I actually
yeah,
have an old timey washing machine too. Small ringer washer.
Corey, how you doing,
Plug in, put it
brother?
outside.
So I can't say that I'm surprised that you have. Let's go down a list of the old timey things you do have, because I feel like there's more than just a washing machine.
I was going to say what's her name, but then I'd be concerned about getting demonetized, right?
no. Speaking of podcast himself, what's up
There
there,
he
bud?
is,
How you
yeah.
doing?
What's happening?
Oh, just back to the old timey talk. Apparently, as
Well,
Fox gets in
how
here.
old time are we talking, dudes? Are we talking actual washboard?
Oh no! So it has a ringer on one side, and then it plugs into a 120.
Like the dual rollers
Yep.
that you. Yeah,
Dual
okay.
But the rollers are electric, I guess, in this one, right?
No, it's got a crank.
Okay, it's got a crank, but you plug the washing machine part. Okay,
Plug the
'Cause I've
washing
seen
machine
ones
in,
that were
plug-
the rollers were electric as well instead of hand crank too. So I was trying to date it a little bit.
I have one of those as well. So you swing the roller in, and then it actually activates it, and then it runs electrically. But I
Basically,
like
you
using the
swing it
hand
in and
crank
it catches a gear, and it looks like it'll like just take your finger off if you're in the
Correct.
wrong
one.
spot.
Totally
Yeah,
useless.
yeah, that's some of
know-
those washing. Yeah, just wash the blood off.
It looks.
I
that way
thought
because
you
it
meant
would-
by old timey washing machine. It was just a top loader instead of a front loader like everybody buys now.
Well,
No,
yeah.
so I don't like to ruin really expensive new washing machines. So you own an old ringer washer so you can wash all those greasy rags and all that stuff out in the yard. And then you
He
don't have
makes-
to put all that stuff in the washer in the house.
I just
Yeah,
have
we
a second
always-
washer in my garage that I throw all the garage
Yeah,
stuff in.
that takes up
we
room
took it
and-
to work, and they had one at work we would use.
Yeah, work one.
I use the one that I use for my other clothes.
Yeah.
Seems fine.
Single life, guys. Single life.
So here's the bigger side of that. The ringer part of that washer, when I do all my towels and all the things that I use for wax and all my polishes on cars and crap, you don't want that stuff in your washer because it becomes water resistant after a while.
Yeah.
But I like to wring all the towels out to get them good and clean. Just to buy a ringer, those are insanely expensive. You can buy an old ringer washer with the ringer on it and just use that for less than $100. You go buy just a ringer assembly, it's like $300.
Wow.
Come to the car YouTube channel to talk about ringers and doing laundry.
Well,
Like,
it's
seriously.
connected. He connected the dots. He
connected
specifically said all the stuff I use for washing my cars. and
Cars,
everything else.
I got it.
The dots
It
are
just goes.
connected.
It goes to show, like we used to say, you never know what we'll end up talking about here.
No. Eric's just in there with a big grin on his face. He's just like taking it in, right? And
So-
hey,
so-
man, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while.
I
To
forget
bring
how
it
much
back-
I forget how much fun it is around here.
Well,
Bring
you're
it
talking
back
about
to
you.
car talk, guys. You know those pink shop rags.
Yes. Don't
Yes.
have those.
So
No.
I have a friend of mine who's a mechanic, and he just brings me a giant bag of those. And when I have a bunch of dirty ones, I just give it back to him, and he cans me another giant bag of them. It's fantastic.
If you
I
wash
need-
those, they turn almost transparent and fall
Yeah.
apart. And then
Yeah.
everything you wash them with is now that color of red.
Oh, you're talking about the
They-
little red shop rags. Okay, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about now.
You know, I just take all the microfiber towels, and once they get really bad, those become shop towels.
There you go.
Oh.
That works too.
See, we used to have to check rags out individually to go work on things, so I
that
want
rag
nothing to do
go?
with. Oh yeah, no, they get real uppity when you come back with like 4 of them and the thing's flying somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really lose their shit.
Well, I remember.
Oh, speaking of which, I do want to, being as I just cussed, last week's got demonetized.
Oh,
Really?
did it?
So I don't know what you heathens talked about last week, but keep it together. Figure it out.
That's to prevent FOD.
FOD.
Yeah.
Yep.
Foreign object
That's why
damage.
tool control and
Plain
all of that
terms.
stuff. Well, aviation. That's standard aviation
So you
terms.
did get demonetized. I don't remember what would have got. Well,
There was nothing good.
It was
Every
later.
time this has normally happened on any other video, I just go and fight it, and they go, "Oh yeah, our bad." But on the lives, I'm like, you know what? You're probably right. Like on regular videos, I know there's nothing. Whatever, I'll fight it. But on a live, I'm like, there's parts where I probably wasn't paying attention. Somebody could have said something. Who
I'm not
knows?
going to watch that over again.
Exactly. I'm not going through
That
4 hours to make sure
poses-
I'm right.
Poses the YouTube question: is it transcribed and then they're picking out the words after the transcription, or is it actually someone clicking
Well, it depends because I ran into on one of the shorts the one where we're starting the fire with a can of brake cleaner or whatever it is, and they demonetized that one, and I reviewed it and they were like, oh yeah, no problem here, go ahead.
Well, it's because it's an unsafe act, but it wasn't really that unsafe.
I don't know. It's a couple of different. I mean, my kid's in the background, so I don't know what
He's
that
huffing
matters
paint.
for. The flame, there's a fire, but it's a fire, and I don't understand why. But then I've had ones where I put the other one, hot and steamy. That was the short I did the other day. It was just the sun came out and hit where everything was wet, and the grass just like steamed off. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Video did really well, but they're like, yeah, no, you can't say that. They took the ads away. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's not what you think it is. And they're like, oh, okay, that's fine.
It's not actually steam, but
So you probably
Oh.
can't say like, BBC for Big Block Chevy.
Or
that's
British
probably bad.
Broadcasting Company.
I've said it.
I've said-
You'll probably get
Well,
flagged.
It's kind of strange though,
that-
because they clarified the language thing, and it shouldn't be demonetized for language, unless
Well-
you're saying a lot of foul language in the first, in like the first
7 seconds or
7
whatever it
seconds or
is.
something.
Yeah. I don't know, but then again, I have seen where like I'll turn on the lives when I'm in the shop doing whatever, and they'll just be running in the background. And after running for a little bit, it will give me different chapters for these lives and tell us the things we talked about. And I'm just like the one was where we were talking about Elon and Skynet and all these other things, and it's bringing names up for the chapters of what we talk about. And I was like, I took a picture and showed it to dudes. I was like, shut up, they're listening.
Well, it's actually a setting when you publish the video. I did find that.
Yes, I've had it always on. I just never realized it actually
defaults
worked.
on.
Oh no, I don't have any reason to
I actually
turn
turned it off on tomorrow's long format video just because I don't want people to skip through.
Oh, you just catted out of the bag there.
Oh, I'm gonna cat all.
He already let it out.
Oh, is he already? I just
already
assume he
communicated.
tells me that he's not telling other people.
Oh, I've told everyone.
No,
You're telling
he
everyone?
put a message out. Hey, it's been a while, but hey, I finally got around to doing a long form.
I thought about actually putting the amount of time, but it's been
Can we
5 months. So
Big Block, Wisconsin.
I mean,
Oh wow.
Speaking of big
Yeah,
block,
seriously. Apparently not, Fox. There's a lot of things. Well, here's what you do. If you guys are doing shorts, you're creators. I don't know if I want to encourage you to do this trait, but put things in the title and see. Because when I had the one where
don't do
the
that.
27-point turn where we got the golf cart stuck on the bridge in the snow, they demonetized that one twice. And I kept changing the name, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's okay."
I don't
And-
want to demonetize this stream by saying it out loud, but I worked very hard on tomorrow's long format video to remove the what you call slang word for the old automatic transmission.
Oh, because you think that is the
I
word that
know
is.
that is going to get tied. Really,
I don't know
think
how.
so?
I do not know how you could possibly implement that in the automotive YouTube community because
They
that
do.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm too.
he's talking about how the Slurpee machine stuff comes in boxes, right?
Sure.
Wait a minute, did we just transition to box wine? Do you have to slap the bag? Like, is that really a thing? I'm not a box wine
I'm
guy.
not a
but
wine person in general.
I'm not
Box
like
wine
the only
is
time I've ever
wild.
really drank wine was like in Sicily because it's cheap, and I'm like, well, you're in Sicily, you drink wine. But other than that, I'm just not a wine guy. It's just not my thing.
Pretty sure I don't drink wine, and if I ever bring myself to drinking wine, it will not be in a box.
I feel like if I was to really drink wine, it should be in a box in my case. Like I should be drinking wine out of the bag. That's like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Just kind of poke a hole in it, and
Oh, is that shotgun in there?
yeah.
Yeah. We used to do that with pop. That was
You have to call them the whoosh.
shake it up, and then you shake it up, and you bite into it and crack it, and
Oh, just I feel like that could be probably a stain issue for your clothes. Hope you like that red wine.
It was one of those things that after we filmed that, and you start adding up the 27 times that you say it in the video, you're like, oh, wow, how are we going to edit that all out?
Well, it's
I
all,
have.
it should be in context, though. You're talking about like when you're
The,
saying slush.
The transcriber analytic machine is not going to see it that way.
I didn't realize they had milk in a bag in Israel.
What?
Oh, they used to have milk in the bag here.
I've just never
In
seen it.
Canadistan?
I mean,
what milk in a bag? That seems
in
very.
in Kazakhstan, they
Back
had
when I
that.
was a kid, you got the milk in a bag and you put it in your little pitcher and you cut the.
How did they put the lost kids on the side of a bag?
Well, that wasn't a thing then.
They didn't lose kids back then, apparently. Oh, good.
You just need to be like super obvious and like voiceover on your video. Like every time you say it, be like transmission. Just real,
Tyrannosaurus Rex. They'll get
real awkwardly.
Yeah, just like. But see, I didn't want to do that either because then it would be like, oh, he's being very obvious about this, and then they'd really pick up on it, and then I'd be like, oh, I don't want to be labeled as that guy.
I am really interested now for tomorrow's video.
Well, this is where you would have been way better off doing a Chevy because you're just power glide, right?
Oh well, it was a Chevy, but
Yeah, well. Yeah, what is the video for tomorrow? I didn't ever actually ask. You said you edited it, but I didn't know which one you went with.
You have to watch it.
Oh, it's like that?
It's about
I probably
free
wouldn't-
motors. It's how to get a free motor.
Oh, it's that project.
Maybe.
Oh, I know exactly what project it is now.
Oh, I think I know which project it is.
Yeah. Is this this will be a cautionary tale, I hope, on the allure of free engines.
No, that's a different free engine video.
Oh, that's Jesus. That's what I get for thinking I'm in the know
Yeah,
of
you're
what's
wrong.
going on
You're
here.
dead wrong here.
I am dead wrong. I know that now.
We bought a house and it came with a free engine. That's all you need to know.
Okay,
That's a good way to go.
Yeah.
that's good. Well, congrats, Shop Cat.
Oh.
900 subs.
Jesus. Is it bad that as I read this, I could actually see it?
No, I pictured it as well.
No, thank you.
What's worse is I smelled it.
Oh.
Not to-
Oh, no. That's too much.
Oh,
There's two things I don't do. So I only drink coffee.
Hell yeah,
with sugar.
Shop Cat.
Like if it ain't cold, I'm not drinking hot coffee or hot anything really. And I don't drink cold items very much that aren't just water in the heat. Like I like lukewarm things when it's hot.
Just eats
Interesting.
everything.
All right. Are we reading now? Is this what we're doing?
Sorry, I got distracted. You were talking about things. I feel like you didn't need me for that bit. You know I swirl.
There was no bit there.
I tell you, now that I'm in one of these and I don't have to manage the comments, this is kind of nice.
Seriously, I was gonna wonder about how that's all going over there.
Oh, it's going good, but it's just it's a lot to do.
Oh yeah, and well, you guys are doing like real guests and real, like, let's face it, this is not a real podcast, real live show. This is come hang out, have fun with the boys. There's no.
Oh yeah, we have a note file that we go off of with who's asking what. Like we prep a week in advance, though.
Yeah. Oh, and it shows with the what you guys are doing over there. I just can't. We have a hard time going, let's do it at the same time every week over here.
You should see the discussions.
So we have a Discord that we set up so we can all talk about this at our leisure and plan, and then everyone waits to the last freaking minute. And I go,
Are we doing this?
yeah, Jim goes, are we doing one of these today? And it's like, oh shit, yeah, I guess we should. What time does everyone want to do it? Oh, last time was good, I guess, whatever. Like, we're so unorganized. And the best part is we all started with, you know what, we should do this Discord and we'll all come with different things and we'll get more organized and it will be more organized. And we haven't done that.
Organized.
wait, hang on a second now. That's not fair. I came up with an entire list, a long list of stuff last week.
did.
We didn't talk about not a single thing.
Threw it all out 5 seconds into doing the live. We talked about it, we were going to do it, and then the cameras roll, we go live, and it just shat right out the window.
Yeah, no. I'll tell you though, from last week, when I told you I wanted that sand rail that you've got, that VW
Oh, yeah.
sand rail, I started looking at VWs, and when you know it, I have a VW now.
I
Sitting
saw
down
the
at top.
picture
Yeah.
of that.
That's
Yeah,
the problem, man.
that's why you two have a problem with that. You two, these guys
What?
over there.
Come on, it's a not. It hasn't run. Thing hasn't run since 1996.
Stupid fast truck. How you
until
doing,
today.
brother?
I started.
You got it
right up
running.
and right off the trailer. Yeah.
That's the nice thing about those engines, man. As long as they haven't been bastardized too much, they'll fire right up.
So easy, man.
Sorry, I'm just not a Volkswagen person.
I remember an argument about how they're like the cheapest, most affordable hot rod you can own for
Oh
a child.
my God,
And,
that you're bringing that back up again, huh?
Saying.
Again.
That didn't end well. I wasn't there that night, or I wasn't paying attention that night. Either way.
Steve did declare that you could just get one for nothing.
And I did.
He did.
Can't do that up in these parts.
Oh man!
It even came with a
Takeover.
free engine, sitting right where the passenger seat should be.
Ford. Where do they do Ford Takeover? Do they do the same place every year? Is that Kentucky?
Detroit?
No, Ford Takeover's in Detroit.
I don't know. Hey, stupid fast.
Figured-
Tell us where.
I figured Eric would know this.
I don't know.
This is the type of thing. Listen, you own
Does he
a
look like a
Ford. You
Ford
should know
guy?
these things.
Like-
Yeah, he owns one,
he's-
or it's well,
He's
it's
the
there.
Mustang right behind
Like
him.
I say, there's a Mustang right there, bud.
No,
It might be Chevy powered, but it's a Mustang.
Ah, listen, he does
did
the
some-
right parts.
I'm going to
but-
speak for him here. This is not a Ford because he's a Ford guy.
Dave's
Because
not.
it's the
Dave's
standard
not
LS
here, man.
counterpart.
Shopcat remembers. Shopcat remembers.
Jackson, Tennessee.
Jackson,
Salty
Tennessee.
Steve, he
Okay,
knows.
all right.
That
Well, no,
seems like a
stupid
Ford.
said it. Stupid fast.
Oh, sorry.
So there we go.
Not bad,
I got
stupid
down
fast
there.
truck. I do need to go there, but Tennessee seems too far.
I can tell you
It
after
does.
driving back from Arkansas with the trailer and everything, I don't
You don't want to go
Wanna
anywhere. You're too
rush.
far from everything.
back. I'm down to fly in to come do some of these things, but I am rethinking the whole let's load everything up and drive across the country thing. I can tell you that much.
So interestingly,
You just have to grab one of your vehicles and go.
So
He's
interestingly
shit breaks.
enough,
Places.
I am going to be back in that area the same time we were there last year. This
Yeah,
year
you're going for Narc's thing because we didn't know we scheduled it for the exact same freaking time last
No,
year. But
right. I was like, oh, I'm going to be somewhere else for my birthday again this year. 2 years in a row, I'm like
Fun
in
fact.
Arkansas area.
I guess that's coming up pretty quick, that anniversary date, isn't it?
This guy,
yeah, yes.
this guy neglectedly talked me into like actually editing things. So
Oh no, didn't
only a
neglectingly.
year
Bert,
has
like,
passed, and I'm going
beat
to come
him.
out with an actual Volvo video. It's going to be a remembrance video. There's going to be a lot of dun, 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 dun.
I think you need to just play it off as it just happened. I mean, no one's gonna know.
They're going to know.
They're never gonna know. How are they gonna know?
No,
Yeah,
what?
that's a lot of editing.
Ooh. There was just the good and the bad problem with that is that we really should have had somebody in charge of filming. There should have been.
We should have taken advantage of all the people standing there.
Well, we did, but the problem is we all said everyone
we all
take
say the same
jobs
thing.
on the
You know what
car.
would be nice if I actually had a camera person. And then when all the camera people were there, we're like, they're not doing that.
The cool part though was
It didn't
that there was
happen.
multiple angles of the same thing.
Yes.
So you could like pan to
The
different
problem
angles.
was that you had to sift through a lot of bullshit to find
trust me.
those.
I know.
And every time I looked at any footage I took, I was like, "This is terrible." Like it was
Tennessee's
bad.
actually closer than, well, it's roughly the same as going to Arkansas for me.
I've actually always had a good time in Tennessee. I just don't own anything that I could get in there with. I'd have to actually like go as a patron.
I have many Fords.
There's only one that I'm willing to go down there with you.
Do any? Oh no, I was gonna say, do any of them currently run? But yeah, a few of yours do.
That depends on your definition of run.
Well, I
different
should
states
just
have
not run,
drivability.
drive.
Yeah.
Drive safely.
Yeah.
Safely is where the technicality comes in mostly. I mean, there's a complete frame.
Dude, there is no way that I would put safe and fire hazard fair lane in the same sentence and or paragraph.
Some of the other Fords.
It's probably a lot safer now.
True.
I mean, that counts. It's like Ford Lincoln. That works.
Will they let you into Ford Takeover in a Lincoln? I guess that's a question for Stupid, Fast, and Salty.
Yeah. Got a Ford engine, right?
I don't know how that works.
Maybe.
I feel like at like a Chevy show, they let Pontiac and everything in there, but I don't know. Dancing, how you doing, brother?
If you told people at a Chevy show that other General Motors couldn't be there, that wouldn't be a very good show.
No.
Pontiac. Dirty Oldsmobile. How dare you?
That actually would be kind of funny, though. Just an all GM
freaking
show with just everyone. Everyone just giving each other shit.
The official Chevy show would just be Corvettes, and everybody like, "Yep, this is how this happened."
Yeah, that would. Everyone being like, "You did this to us." For Takeover, No Name Nationals, great time. The No Name Nationals, I feel bad for not going, but I don't feel bad for spending the money and not spending the money and driving all the way back to go to it. You
had other obligations. Quit acting like you were going to go.
It sounded like a good idea at the time.
You were going to go.
We were really close. We had everything lined up to go. We were going to come get you. And then it was just like, do you really need to spend this money? Is this really a smart decision to do right now? And it was just like, because fuel prices were just going through the roof. And I was like, okay, I'm going to load up vehicles on a diesel that doesn't do great anyhow and drive across the country. This is.
And then that secondary thing happened where none of that was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I can fly all the way down there and then jump on a plane and fly all the way back and have like 12 hours of leeway between the two events that had to happen.
Yes. And then I was just like, no, that was stupid.
Yeah.
And then none of that. And then I threw it back out and none of that happened.
Well,
didn't go do anything.
I was very disappointed neither one of you were there. Just saying.
I know.
I mean, if you're looking to me to not be disappointed, I'm sorry.
I was only going to go because you guys were going.
Disappointed you would say that.
Destroyer, how you doing, Eric? How you doing, brother?
I mean,
we can try to thing in life. It's
fly to Dude's place and ride. See, that's what I'm thinking, Salty. Fly into Dude's place, and then we just roll that freaking fire hazard all the way down to wherever it catches on fire and or Tennessee.
I got my master cylinder today, so I can actually start working on it again. So
nice.
I've seen you work on that. Put it back together. Tear it into a place where you can't drive it anymore, and then back 3 times since I've known you.
A total of 15 feet before I tore it apart.
Salty says anything under the Ford banner is welcome. Does that mean I can bring a Dodge?
If it's underneath the banner, yeah.
Well, I mean, a Ford is a fucking old rebuilt Dodge.
Well, no, it means that the Dodge brothers once owned Ford.
That's true.
Oh, is that where you're going with? Oh, okay. I didn't know which way you were going at that. But
back in the Wayback Machine, and cranking her on high.
Yeah.
When Ford kept failing, and Dodge brothers said, "Here's how you do it."
This guy.
He's a Dodge guy at heart.
Fox Body Mercury's in there. Okay, yeah. Well, there you go.
He's gonna be that guy that's gonna be Hemi swapping a Pontiac soon.
I'm definitely down. I'd say we go in the Lincoln over the fire hazard then.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, the Lincoln I bet runs.
Yeah, and like looks comfortable and wouldn't be
swank.
Like, yeah. I feel like it's gonna be not much to like.
Like realistically, I probably need to do that car because I keep staring at it. I actually stared at it today. Took a little short video of it for the first time and was like, you know what? This probably just runs. And it's the smallest project I have, and I still haven't touched it.
Fox isn't wrong.
Where is he going?
It's like talking about what'll get you demonetized.
We're just gonna keep going.
just move past that.
That's gonna be next week's. Okay, so we're gonna see if this week's gets demonetized, and then next week's title is going to be, "Can we not get demonetized?" Maybe.
Maybe it's the comment section that's doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anything. I think that's what I'll do next time, because we're going to do our best to pay attention to what we're doing here. And if it demonetizes this one, I'll fight it and see what happens.
Well, I might have got it demonetized with my earlier comment right in the first 2 minutes there.
It's hard to
The washing
say.
machine, right?
The washing machine one, I know, because you alluded to it. I feel like they can't get you for alluding.
It's pretty hard.
I was watching.
Well, if you don't stop, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's not. So.
No.
Well,
That's
we got Destroyers in the chat. How many of his have been demonetized?
Well, that's why he started a separate channel where he doesn't care if.
Well, yeah, I know he started a separate channel. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't care if the lives get demonetized because I'm not doing the lives for monetization. I think his big deal for switching it around was, brand image, essentially, for
A little bit, but the other problem was, I think, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, is that the topics discussed, everything would get you demonetized, right? In those meme shows and the acronym show and the stuff that's said in there is.
You just said acronym. We're demonetized.
Well, you can't say acronym now. They really need to keep up.
I'm going to back off with these things. We're going to go back to this. We're back to this topic right
You said something. We're demonetized.
Yep,
Demonetized.
Mr. Big Block.
That's what we're gonna do.
The Lincoln we're talking about happens to be a Mark 7. So, there's that. Bill Bliss edition. So extra swank.
Oh, nice. Although I still think you should just get that limo.
Definitely.
Oh, are we back on the limo?
Oh, dude. Have you even gone back to look at the limo? Is it even still there?
People steal parts off limos.
It's been there for like 10 years. It's not going anywhere. Nobody wants that thing.
Are you actually going to go try and get that thing?
So here's the thing that just happened, sadly enough. But there is an old guy that they call the Greek in my area, and you can take that as you go.
Now we got a button. Demonetized.
Demonetized. So,
sorry.
The Greek. He's a professional painter. He was actually in a bunch of hot rod magazines. He used to paint hot rods for a lot of the big guys. And he's local to this area. He collected a lot of cars. And he had a whole yard full of cars. Looks like a junkyard, but it's all his personal stuff. He brought it from Colorado and everything else. He's got 57 Chevys in there. He's got 51.
Mr. Gary, how are you, brother?
A lot of nice stuff. Never sells a thing. I bought like some glass off him for a Suburban. My grandpa knows him real well. And he's an older gentleman, so he finally passed away. And his brother's still around. And they're talking about cleaning out this yard all of a sudden. So I got to go call a number tomorrow and see if I had to buy a bunch of cars.
Oh, wow. Look what Becky's saying. She says...
Graveyard cars, hers is for sale.
Yeah?
What's graveyard?
Yeah, there's... you've never heard of Graveyard Cars? They're the Dodge restoring. Yeah, they're up in Eugene, Springfield,
I watched that show
Oregon.
a few times.
I should say Mopar people.
Bothered me.
Mopar people.
Only because they're like...
Mark is weird.
He's a bit odd.
I can't get behind Mark and the way they've set up that whole dynamic with him in that show. I don't
like it because it's like, is he restoring cars or is he just restoring 6 cars ever?
So that is Shopcat is Destroyer's Last Laugh. If you have not gotten over there, you need to. I keep trying to get over there on a Tuesday, and something always ends up happening, and then I'm behind. I watch them afterwards, but I need to get there for a live one because they're just not the same. I mean, they're hilarious, after the fact, but you need to be there.
Not gonna rewatch it. That's what he's saying. Just saying.
What?
I'm not going to rewatch one, but if I'm there while it's live, I'll enjoy.
No, I've gone in and watched them. I'm just saying it's not the same when you can't type in and get
the interaction is a large part of it. Absolutely.
Yes.
I will.
You can watch them and they're good. Go back and watch them, and I do catch them. I'm pissed. What I'm saying is that I miss them when they're live.
Where's the button? Where's the button?
Oh! The problem is I got to go to a whole nother place to get to them because it's over here. Bang!
There you go.
You got to ring the bell, and then you'll.
Can we get a bell noise? I think we have to pay to have bell noises.
Oh, that's not good.
So I need to look into the OBS a little bit more because apparently you can do a lot of this stuff too over there, but you have to program it all. Oh, you found all the old tickers now?
But you gotta be careful.
If
with
anybody
the game.
hasn't pressed the like button, definitely go down and smash that like. We need it.
Remember
Give
to
it a thumbs
subscribe.
Give everybody subscribe.
Oh, yeah, we need that.
Trying to build an empire here.
Yeah, we're trying. Well, no, we're getting to 1,000. Remember, that's what these are all from.
Yeah, let's do these lives. Everybody get to 1,000.
Oh, what else is here?
Sorry, we can't go there.
Oh, you know what I forgot is in here.
Uh-oh.
Oh. That thing was a trooper.
I always love that.
Do you still have that
intro.
engine?
I do, but I doubt it's good.
I also like the other one
Scrap load.
where someone caught on fire. Is that still in there?
Are we still doing that? I thought we stopped doing that. That is still in there. It totally is. But I feel like we stopped putting that up. It was,
Yeah, I seem to remember CP getting a little angry one night about having seen that for the millionth time.
I do remember him getting to be saying that, okay, we get it. I agree with him.
My buddy sent me a picture the other night. He's like, look what happened to my brand new coat. I'm like, what's that from? Did you drop cigarette butt on or something? Then he shows me a picture of his same style heater CP. Yeah, that's how that works.
That is, I've seen that once or twice.
Yeah, and styrofoam on heaters don't work well either.
Yeah, man. Taste.
Oh yeah,
right
don't heat up your
before.
freaking rice. Idiot, I forgot about that one.
That heater still has burnt stuff all over the top.
We're sitting there on the chair. He just sets it there for a second to do something. It's just smoke coming off of it. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
And it tasted horrible.
The disappointment on your face was the payoff to watching you
It
eat
ruined
it.
the rice.
Probably knocked 5 years off his life.
Oh yeah.
Chemicals.
You know what I like on my rice? Styrofoam. Really seasons in the flavor.
Did I freeze there?
Oh, I don't know. Did you?
I watched the whole screen click away, so I'm assuming I froze.
You're still there now. I can still see you.
Am I? I don't know.
Can you not see us?
I'm here. I can see you. I just noticed that it froze. Anyway,
Everybody should just sit still and not say anything.
Just not move. Well, half the time I think that Midnight and I are losing it because old Starlink isn't giving us all the internet we're supposed to get.
Starlink connection down.
Yeah, Starlink definitely does not give me the connection.
Scramble the
I'm
space
supposed to
fighter.
get.
Starlink down.
As well, it's still, I can tell you it's way better than I get at my wired connection across the street at my parents' house. Because that 30 meg is all I get over there. And you see the potato internet I get when I
This is still a million times better than HughesNet, so I'm not going to complain too much.
No.
Well,
Not too much.
I'm fortunate because right now my son is napping, so that means he's not gaming and chatting and everything else. So
the bandwidth is way lower now. Yeah.
All right. I had to catch up with that because I'm like, when did you get a young child? Like
Off to class? Oh, is it bread class, Becky?
Well, he's not young; he's a teenager.
I'm aware, but you said napping like he was a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Right down the road, hundreds of parts. Yeah,
So what's
they've got
the
a
deal?
bunch of stuff.
You guys were actually gonna make this into a podcast or what?
Well, we talked about Dudes and I were
now.
bullshitting about the new podcast part of YouTube. Oh, button. Sorry, I can't get to it.
Demonetized.
So not like an audio podcast, a traditional one?
Well, so that's the thing. Have you looked into, or does YouTube want a video or just audio podcast?
This is all news to me, so I'm not sure.
So if you go into Create right now, you can create the Create tab on your YouTube. There's a podcast button, and if you go to Content and Studio, there you have live and shorts and all of that. There's a one for podcast now, and so Dudes and I were just bulling around talking about it. Yeah, see, look, podcast guy, he's caught behind on the times here.
Yeah, when I go to Create, I don't have a podcast button.
Really? Yeah, I got create when you do new podcast, because I got it up on another computer. You got create new podcast and then set an existing playlist as a podcast.
So when you do a podcast, YouTube wants you to name it your podcast, and you do episodes and seasons, and they want it to have the same picture. It looks like I perused through their telling you how to do it, and got some. That's basically what I took from it. I figured we'd talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. Oh, no. Now when I go into studio, I see. It is in
Here
your
it is.
studio.
Okay, so that's where they're showing it.
So, yeah, so not under your regular YouTube.
Thank you, Becky.
Where you put a video.
Which is where I'm a little confused, because dudes and I were talking like, so okay, is that an audio? Is it an audio only podcast, or is it YouTube saying we're essentially going to do both? Or
Yeah, I don't know, because Spotify I don't know if demonetize is the right word. They pulled my ads from Spotify because I didn't have 100 followers.
Salty. Oh, okay.
So it used to be Anchor, and then now it's been bought by Spotify.
Oh, okay.
So like Anchor isn't Anchor anymore. It's part of Spotify, and if you don't have over 100 subscribers or followers or whatever they call it, then you don't have the ability to make money anymore.
Oh,
which, yeah, that doesn't. I can't say that surprises me, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Which I made $15, so it's not like I made much, but
yeah.
I figured out what this whole podcast thing is on YouTube. This is stupidly simple of them. It is it's nothing more than a playlist called a podcast. You're supposed to either create new content,
so somebody can click on it and it plays as like episodes in a podcast, yet it's just a live stream.
Yeah, you can take all of your live
so
streams.
this can be a podcast.
Yeah.
So I guess we've answered our own question at 41 minutes into the freaking.
We are smart.
Jim answered it after 40 minutes.
I like you took credit.
Let's talk about something. You're reading anything about.
That's because I went over here on my other computer and said, "Create new podcast."
See, that's where you're at.
Tells
See,
you-
second computer.
But I wonder if there's any benefit to doing it. So like the
Well, so
one,
they've
is there
been
benefits
pushing the
to
idea of
changing
people
that?
starting podcasts.
I feel like
It's a service.
Well, so dudes and I have been talking back and forth since what's it been 2 months, 3 months. They've been telling us do podcasts, do podcasts, do podcasts. Everyone's been talking about that.
Big channels are doing it. I mean, look at
It's just like
perfect example, doing a podcast.
Yeah. Well, it's just like with shorts when everyone's like do shorts, and we were all like no, and then we went to the Volvo build and we were all like shorts on everything. Oh, that's another one. They demonetized the one of you driving in the snow or in the wind and ice to get down there for the Volvo build. They demonetized that.
Well, it was filming while driving.
Does it say anywhere you can't do that?
I mean, I would assume.
So my new channel has only been shorts so far.
How is that doing?
150 subscribers, 3 months.
I cannot believe you started a new channel.
100K views, almost.
Bro, after everything going through the last channel to 1,000 subscribers, and like right after you were like, oh, you know what was great? That entire grind, let's do it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like 20 something away from hitting 2,000 on this channel.
Yeah.
And here I go starting a second one.
Listen,
and
some people are glutton for punishments.
And then I'm on drag and drive all the time, so I don't even know where I stand. I'm all over the place.
We would have figured it out sooner, but washing machines and bread makers, that did happen.
Right,
Yeah.
It's in the way of reading.
Well, I'm still trying to get to the 1,000 sub mark yet. So.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we need to quit talking about it like it's not a big thing, because it is, and it's hard.
Well, I think we talked a lot with CP last week, and CP told us all when we were all under 1,000. He was like, the number doesn't matter, and he was right. But when you're under 1,000, it's the only thing that does matter.
I will still say that until you have those 4,000 hours, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Facts.
I had 30,000 subscribers before I had 4,000.
Well, I totally agree. Like you nailed it right there.
Yeah.
If you don't have the 4,000 view hours and maintain it, then it doesn't matter how many.
Well, that's the hard part.
I'm about to lose monetization. So.
Oh, I am. Well, because when I left and came here, we did the Volvo build and then came here from April until August, I didn't have internet here, so no lives. I was doing one video a week because getting them up was an issue, and so I have a whole like dead spot of getting it up is always an issue for
It's
everyone.
always an issue. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hit your button.
There it is. We have to do a better. So the problem I don't like right now is that button. You have to get out of the chat in order to hit the button.
Yeah.
There needs to be a
We need
better
secondary
way.
box. We need a
I got my
secondary
digital torque wrench with me. I can make it beep, I think.
Oh.
digital torque wrench.
Did you ever get your Stream Deck?
I was
This
sitting here
is
setting up my desk because I got all the
what
new
that's
things,
for.
and I was gonna set up the Stream Deck. I'm like, where did I do with that? And I don't know where.
Like Destroyer, there you go. Now he's got a meme show podcast. I swear, and look, now it's going to blow up. They're going to be like, "This is the best podcast ever." It's like he said up here. He's like, "If you call it a podcast, you can say whatever you want." And, hey, that's a great question. If we call this a podcast, can you start being like Joe Rogan and just like do drugs on the podcast? Like, I'm a little confused. Like, there's no rules now. I demonetized.
Oh man.
I mean, are you Elon? I mean, if you're Elon, I guess we can do whatever we
It's
want.
not just Elon. I was watching one the other day where they took that gum that has something in it or something like that. Joe Rogan just, I guess, hangs out. That's actually probably not a bad gig. Hang out, talk some shit.
Right. Any one of us would do that in a heartbeat.
I'm trying to do it right now.
Look, you're retired. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's what I
can
thought. I mean, yeah.
I'm
I'm
guessing
officially editing video. That tells you how close I am to demonetization.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
sure.
I don't think it has anything to do with you getting that close to it. I think it has to do with us finally giving you a hard enough time to get you to actually edit
Don't
a
act
video.
like you did something.
Oh, I helped.
well,
That's just crazy that the two of you are that close.
That's going to be
it's
our new
not
benchmark.
Healthy.
Oh,
Not healthy at
dude's
all.
is editing his long form content. We know what's going on, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, when dude starts doing lives, that's when you're like, oh,
Yeah,
it must
that's
be
right, Joe.
bad.
Oh, that's really bad when he starts
You're
doing
looking
that.
at the last 365, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Did you
all of
get,
us
like,
have the how-to hours, Jim. Yeah.
Why don't you?
How many what's your last 365 total?
15,274.
Jesus. I'm at 4,800 right now.
So how do you know if that's including your shorts though?
Because
Oh.
I have it set so it's just videos.
Yeah, if you go into content,
You go
type,
under
you can see
analytics,
Okay.
then content, and then up at the top there's a thing that says all video, shorts, or lives or something like that. You click videos, then you do see more, and then you change the drop down to hours. You change it to the last year. And you can see it.
Gotcha.
That's actually a really good name. So that becomes the next thing. If you are going to do a podcast, you got to come up with a good name, like the Meme Show, or this is a good one, not too well defined. I feel like that's a good podcast name.
God, I always get lost trying to find these watch hours.
I feel like what is ours going to be then, dudes? Hard to get up.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gonna get there? Or?
So content, videos. What was it?
Sorry, hold on. All right, so
did not finish.
if you want to see, I go to analytics and then go to see more content type. It's at the top, and then you can select videos and live streams.
Type. I don't.
It's across the top. You got content, traffic, geography, cities, all that.
I don't know. I just go to the thing that says monetization tracker.
Yeah,
Oh,
once you
well,
get past that,
yeah.
it doesn't show you that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it
you
totally
advanced
screwed
guys.
you.
You guys.
Yeah, and well, the other thing is you start doing live or
here
not
we go.
lives, but shorts like Dudes and I. Dudes has 10. How many watch hours do you have with shorts?
Here we go. One second, I'll tell you.
Yeah, let's do this number.
365.
Yeah, 365 with shorts.
Loading.
Loading.
Maybe. Where's the? I'm not looking at the right thing. Content, shorts, views, shown in
All right.
feed, likes.
Remember, you got to go 365.
I did, but it doesn't show me watch hours.
If you go to
See more?
Go to analytics, go to see more, and up at the top it'll say content type, and you have to click on where it says watch hours
There you go.
to see the graph.
God dang it. So I'm going to go to my dashboard, and I'm going to click on go to channel
Analytics. Yep.
Okay, and I just go to see more.
See more.
On the overview.
And then at the top, yes, on overview. At the top, it'll say content, traffic, geography. Go all the way over to content type.
There isn't a tab for content type.
Go to more then, and hit. It'll be underneath more.
Okay, content type. There it is.
There you are. Now do videos and live stream, and where it says watch hours in your...
okay, watch time hours for shorts is 528,000 watch hours.
For the last 365.
Yes.
Mine is 48,000.
What do you need? 10 million?
Oh, that's
10 million
just
views. In
Yeah, it's not
days.
hours.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's wild.
And see, I burned that down a little bit because I just deleted like 30 videos yesterday. So.
Oh, you still
So I
do
look-
that?
Oh, I still do that. That still
Okay.
happens.
Looks like I've got about 2,500 on live, 2,500 on videos, and 2,000 on shorts.
Yep. It's about what I'm
So-
running.
So I'm okay
at
right now.
5,700.
I'm 2,400 on videos and 2,300 on lives. The problem is that in the next couple of weeks, I have 154 hours that come off on a live, 108, 100 in, or there's 66, and then there is the day of the LS build.
Yeah,
That day
That's what I'm looking at
is
too.
261 watch hours are coming off the channel that day.
Yeah, I got 183 live stream from April 11th. It's going to come off.
Yeah,
It's like this just huge spike.
Oh, you don't even want to know. I lose 957 hours on July 23rd.
Oh yeah, when he was creator on the rise, his channel went a bloop.
It's the only reason I got watch hours.
Right now,
Yeah,
I mean that's 1,000 of them in a freaking day.
that's
Oh,
a day.
that's awesome.
And I haven't been
I got to
putting
have
out
a couple
any-
good days.
Oh,
here.
yeah,
I'm gonna be in
Fox.
trouble.
I haven't been putting out any full-length videos other than just doing the live. So
You and me both, brother.
once the
Yeah.
weather gets better, maybe I'll start working on stuff again. But
Well, right now I'm putting 3 long form videos a week out with at least 1 live a week and 3 short form videos a day. And then today my videos hit. I got some subscribers and they have all left. I'm gonna get today will be my first 0 day in forever. Like I don't know what's going on. It's funny because you can watch it. I don't really care because the subs and comes and it goes. For me, it's just a. It's now every single day. I've had one since I started the shorts deal. I got down to the one time they said I lost 2, and then the next day they credited me from like another day, and I was like, the streak is still alive.
because you're what coming on 10,000?
Yeah, I'm getting really close
Nice.
to it somewhere in there.
I've got
But
a
I think that's
question
another
for
thing.
Eric over here. So when you guys set up your lives, you do it on multiple channels, multiple platforms.
Ooh.
Yep.
How does that count?
It's because you're doing it through StreamYard and someone pays for it, isn't it?
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's got. We do 8 channels live.
Right,
That's
but
the-
do all the hours count to all the channels, or only the people that are on that
I
channel?
think it's only on that channel.
No, so that's the trick. What they just started doing, that's what Dudes and I were talking about right before we went on live on this, is you can now dual stream to different channels with StreamYard. It just started. But you have to pay
he's
for
talking
it.
about the hours. It doesn't. I don't think you get like a combined hours of all the channels.
No.
I think you still only get what's on your channel.
So well, yeah. So what I'm
No.
saying, if let's say you got 10 people signed onto your channel watching, you would get the hours for those 10 people.
Right.
And then if 100 people are on one of the other platforms, that gets those hours,
Yep.
right?
If we were to do it right now, and I would just announce, "Hey, I'm doing a live stream on my channel," there would be people that would show up over there.
I do notice there's a lot of questions from YouTube about your mental health and being depressed by the analytics.
There it is.
Like,
Oh my God.
I'm really wondering. And the funny part is, they're like, well, are you depressed about these numbers? Well, you're giving the shit numbers. It's like, you know what's going on here.
Too much, or
Well, the last time.
Is that her? Oh God, I didn't realize that was. I need a warning when I'm getting close to it, man.
The last time I got one of those surveys, I told him I was miserable about the analytics because that was right after my Elvis video died. I was crushed.
I was depressed.
So I laughed so hard when you were like, I miss Elvis.
I do,
in the group chat. And it's so random because you put it in there, and unless you know what's going on in the group chat, like out of context, it's just like, did you know him well? Like, you know, my phone just goes off one day because I wasn't paying attention to the chat, and I just scroll up and it just says, I miss Elvis. And I'm like, what is going on over there?
Well, I think the biggest thing with the analytics is the consistency in your videos, is it not? That is the one thing that does seem to apply, is if you are consistently putting out content,
yes and no.
I'm not going to say you have a chance, but you have a better chance of the analytics.
I consistently put out content, and I don't see any consistency in what the returns are in that content.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you stop putting out content, they stop promoting.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yes.
That's one hard.
Well, that's the thing we've talked. Dudes and I have talked a lot about it. And I think here and there is, I don't know how much YouTube really promotes anything for smaller or for most. You know what I mean? YouTube, especially in the long form.
Agreed. I totally agreed. But I mean, they say they do, that they do not promote any other bigger channels.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. They actually don't say that they do. They just say the algorithm. They focus everything to the algorithm. And dudes, and I disagree on this point, because dudes thinks the algorithm is this all-knowing thing that can do these crazy things and they can't control it. Yes, see, magical. And I think it's just a scapegoat. Because you can't be held responsible for something the algorithm does. So when it messes up, it's the algorithm's fault. And when it's not doing what it's supposed to, it's the algorithm's fault. And instead of it being, it's really easy for it to be it's not Google's fault, it's the algorithm's fault. We just can't control it.
I think there's a bit of a combination there. I think it can be overridden a little bit, but for the most part, it runs on autopilot.
There's a Control-Alt-Delete or something.
I think it runs on autopilot until the smoke comes out, and then they have to hit the reset button really hard.
See, this is how you end up getting demonetized, by talking about the
button. You can't talk about it.
Oh boy!
First rule of YouTube Club: you can't talk about YouTube Club.
We need more bureaucracy to manage the increase in bureaucracy.
This is the podcast, is talking crap about YouTube. Just it's just creators bitching.
There's your name right there.
We're just talking crap about our boss, essentially. Like, he's so mean. He never appreciates me.
You better step up to the paid version so you can stream that on everybody's channel.
Yes, exactly.
Make sure it gets live.
I don't know what package he has, but 8 was the max that we can do on that package. I think he said there was like one higher than that still.
That's wild.
But we do 5 packages. 5.
Yeah,
you cleaned up your hair a bit too to come back for the package. I'm just saying, hit the button.
You know, we need another button.
And 3 YouTube channels.
Oh wow, that is.
We definitely need another button. We need the shadow band button.
I believe. I mean, if there is a real such thing as shadow band, I'm pretty sure I'm already there.
Yeah, dudes just made me thirsty. I'll be right back.
Oh, you got some liquid death too, huh? Oh, you didn't. What is this?
I'm all about the fanciness over here.
Is this water again, or
1919?
Oh, I guess I could make you big. Oh,
root beer.
Real sugar, real vanilla.
Caffeine free? You don't want that caffeine,
you put this in a glass. It has a head like you wouldn't believe.
Listen, I'm going to need you to... hold on. I'll get to the button, but you say that into the mic this time.
Here with the glorious root beer of 1919. When poured into a glass, the head is very thick and firm, like you wouldn't believe.
I just come back and Eric's just face planted. Wow, the viewership really tanked on the. Ooh, sorry, we didn't mean
Much
to.
different. This is much different than what I've been used to. I forgot how much I laugh when I'm over here.
I feel bad sometimes with these things. I feel like I'm just laughing the whole damn time. And like, is it that funny? And then sometimes I'll watch them back in the garage and I'll have it on and not be paying attention and be like, oh, we're idiots.
Yeah.
I concur with that statement.
Right now.
I got just in time to concur with it.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with being an idiot.
Liquid. I feel like you need to start the knockoff brand because they wouldn't. Oh, that's gonna get us demonetized. I can't say that.
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Part of.
I mean, you don't read that out loud.
Especially the second part of the first
Say
word.
it. Say it. Durf.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, I guess they took that word back, and it's not derogatory anymore. But you had to like be one, I guess.
It's okay, we're bringing it back.
Oh, I see. Oh God.
It's
Well,
true.
now that you mention it, Grandma was always yelling off the porch.
Yeah.
Oh God.
They declared they were taking it back.
We're taking it back, eh?
Oh, we're just gonna keep going.
All right, you monkeys, get moving.
Have a few examples that cast doubt, pro anything, are lame. So
I would say.
I mean, I'd say that about my videos too. They're pretty lame. Most of them.
Dancing is well spoken there.
I don't know. Your videos, I think, are very searchable, and I think you do your videos with that in mind for a lot of the content you put up. I think is a fair
You know what?
statement for what you're. I'm not doing that at all over here because it's just I'm stupid, I guess.
I have no idea what I'm doing, and my channel shows that. That's what I go with.
Yes. And I think that it pays very good point here that you know what you're doing over there. You make videos to that point, and your videos are doing like lots of hours and working. So I think that is pretty safe assessment to say if you don't suck, you'll do good. Don't be like me. Be like Midnight Road over there.
You have to either really suck or be really good to be good.
Well, you can suck and be funny, I think. I think that's kind of where I'm trying to live right now.
Because, I mean, let's go back to the Island Boys. Because we got to bring them up.
Do we have to go back to the Island Boys?
Are we racing Mustangs or what?
Oh God, I'm so glad they never.
I never said what category they fall into.
He's coming back around because we deep dived into this. I did too far.
You did this to us.
Yeah, it's your fault.
You took us off the path.
Yep, and now we're on the island.
Yeah, where's your show notes for this podcast, guys?
Oh, we had some somewhere.
And on those show notes, there's going to be a big red box.
Well, that was.
Boys, and it's over here.
Just say we're gonna. What are you gonna do? Put it in a box and put it so deep in the ocean, even Jacques Cousteau couldn't find it. Are we going Bad Boys with this? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
And instead of Pandora's box, it's now Island Boy box or what?
Island. Oh.
It's a bad subject.
I feel like if you searched Island Boy box on the internet, you said that. I'm just out of context. I'm just saying.
I did say that.
Descriptor is officially
Just leave that up.
I swear to God, I'm going to rewatch this, and if there's not a section about Island Boy box, I am just not gonna be.
So 1 hour in, I feel like there's no question why you got demonetized on the last video.
Come on. Oh crap!
You might as well just turn it off before you start.
It's on right now, so I'm at least getting some of these.
Just leave it demonetized up there at this point.
Oh
right?
god, it's all right, Fox. If you're still listening and able to drive and not pull over because you're laughing,
There's got to be a number. There's probably a record of how many times you guys say demonetized. Yeah. YouTube's like, that's all it is. They just keep saying it. We got to go look at it now.
There's going to be a whole section that just says demonetized.
This is like
chapter.
Oh, there's your name for your podcast.
Oh,
yeah,
demonetized. Somebody has to have that already. We're gonna go.
No, I doubt it.
Well,
How do you search podcasts on here?
They probably haven't thought of that yet. How to figure it out.
Here on Demonetized.
This
You know,
new
you guys
game.
know YouTube is the second largest search engine out there on the internet.
I thought they were related to the biggest one or something. Like,
Yeah, aren't they? I think they are.
Oh, you have never heard
Yeah.
that? Okay, never mind.
'cause aren't
You
they-
must not listen to How to Do YouTube podcasts, where you would have heard that line before.
What is that?
Is that what
Yes,
Oh,
YouTube
that
is the
makes-
second largest search engine.
Oh god.
I do have the rich, salty voice for audio.
You
Yes,
would have
yes.
a amazing podcast. Just saying.
But you have to do the whole podcast with the freaking thing, like you know where. Put it there. Yeah, get in there.
Put it right
Closer.
here.
Closer.
Get right in there. And
Yeah, there
speak
it is.
soft nothings into your ear.
That's
Well,
the voice.
Go get a romance novel and just read it.
Oh,
No, you can't. It can't be a romance novel. That's what ruins it. It has to be
Has to be
something that
something.
shouldn't be. Like the instructions to
Instructions to put a camshaft in.
yeah, or something stupid. You know, like a camcorder.
I wouldn't read that though because it'd probably get you demonetized.
It's just in the way he says it.
You need to lobe up each individual lobe before sliding it in.
Well, I don't know, mongrels. I feel like the look and hand movements get you demonetized more than the words right
Yeah,
there. 'Cause
yeah.
how excited you just got for that?
definitely
Pretty
likes
sure-
that.
I'm pretty sure I still got a video of you reading reviews at the
Oh,
Volvo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm so glad we did the confessionals. Those came out so much better than I had an idea of what it would be when they were all said and done, and it was so much better than I thought it was going to be.
The confessionals are good. I'm sorry that I missed a few of them. That's we kind of.
I'm sorry that dudes phoned in every single one of them,
I
but
totally
you know,
did.
He did phone in. All
to be
of them.
fair, he told us he was phoning them in while he was doing it, so he really can't be mad at him.
There was
I'm
a
not
lot
pretty
of
good on the spot.
editing to
Did
get
those ever actually make it onto YouTube?
Oh, the confessionals? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eric puts them all on unfreaking edited, so you get to see it all.
Oh, there we go.
I gotta go
Yeah.
to YouTube and check that
Oh
out.
yeah. Eric did it. He even said, "You know what? The funny part of this whole Volvo is the confessionals," and made just a video for the confessionals. Out of context, I'm sure it's.
I'm actually going to make a Volvo video, believe it or not. It's
What?
going to be the second to the series.
I
And a
will
lot of
believe
it
it
is
when I
just
see
going
it.
to be redirecting towards old Eric there. Be like, if you want to see the full video, go see 815 LSX swaps.
That's
Yeah, because I
Anybody
don't
that has
have.
actual.
You're the
video-
only one that
Yeah.
that actually put all of it together. Because I kind of kept it to one side. I didn't try to use all of
That
the
was
footage.
a lot of work.
Oh
Yes,
my
it was.
god!
day
the
0
sifting.
through day 5, and then all the
7, 10,
confessionals.
whatever it was.
Uh,
Yeah, and
there's
like
a
I
whole
said,
step by, like how to diagnose your cams and how to install new ones on here. I found it.
for what?
There you go. That should be good.
Oh
Demonetized.
yes.
I can say though, whenever I hear like I was in a meeting at work the other day and we were doing some like remapping and we were covering like day 1, day 2, and every time I would hear it, it always took me back to the confessionals. Day
Yeah,
1,
that's called
day 1.
PTSD.
That is called PTSD. That's exactly what that is called. Look at. And they stand up, wake up in the corner crying.
And then
It was so much welding
go.
wire. I just
So much wire.
so much wire.
Why is Why is the fuel tank got to be outside the car?
Yeah.
Dudes, it's frozen. Look at this look. He is so trained in.
Look at that. Yeah, and it was at the
Wow.
perfect opportunity too, because
It
it's
really
right when we
is.
start talking about the fuel tank.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
He doesn't know what's going on now. He's so confused.
I was
How-
changing settings because it keeps refreshing and I lose everything. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh,
What do
I'm
you
waiting
have
for my
your
camera to die.
Camera settings on.
Well, that's what I just did. I changed it. So,
Mm.
and I shut all the other browser windows off because this thing was doing stuff.
You just looked like you were staring intensely.
Yeah, because I was changing settings. I was like, this stupid thing.
And here we thought it was because of the fuel tank.
I need
Yeah.
more monitors. That's probably the problem.
Oh my God. So Eric isn't in the chat, so he doesn't know what you have going on right now.
No,
Eric, what would you consider to be an absorbent amount of computer screens for a computer setup?
I mean, like 3 is probably a good number.
So over 3 would be like
I think,
overkill.
yeah. Two
Not that
two
bad.
is like good. 3 is better. 4 is probably an issue. You've got
So
a
if you
problem.
were
size
if you
matters,
were
too.
if you were up to 4 and had 2 more you wanted to get on there somehow, you'd be like you're crazy, right?
I mean, unless you're building a wall of monitors where you're like life-size people talking,
But
maybe.
but IO has the best internet. That's why you need 6. That's why you need 6 freaking computer monitors on your desk. Get out of here, dude.
I
You
feel
just
like-
go the new Bond.
Turn the
villain.
camera, and show him what you got going on there.
He's going to be the new Bond.
Can you do
villain.
that?
The
I don't
world
have
is
enough
not
port
enough.
on the camera.
Never mind. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
You need a little auto camera like I have.
It's okay. I'm at a red light right now. Fox is
I
driving.
should. I do need to get like an auto camera set up so I can motion with the.
I'm
So
telling
I
you, man.
bel-
Look, there you go. See,
I'm
you
sorry,
guys
that
need
was
one.
bad.
You gotta have
You
it.
made me seasick. Stop it.
That's the idea. Oh, all right. It's making you sick. Okay.
Ooh. I'm just going to start swinging in my chair with you now. It's not the same, but I'm just going to do it with him.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's what's
So
All
I
right,
feel
let's
like
go.
I've missed a lot then. It's been a while.
This chapter brought to you by Telesin.
I restructured it.
So are we doing that now? Are we going to do ads for in the podcast?
There you
Yeah, I
go.
think we should.
Oh man, I'd like to say you've missed a bunch, Eric, but you really haven't.
Now we
Is
got
that the Summit catalog?
Summit Racing. Oh, here you go.
Nice.
This is look at this dude.
Oh, I thought that was a window. Oh my
No.
God, dudes. You got issues.
Yeah.
So did I.
No,
Yeah, I want
that's
to get
it.
the edgeless screens, but I just
So those are what 22-inch monitors each?
24.
24s.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, look at him fold. Look at him fold. He's like, oh, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I
like it.
envision like multiple sized monitors, like in a line.
Oh,
got
he sent them.
symmetry going on.
Oh no! At one point, he had 2 going this way,
Yeah,
and then
one
2
side.
going this way next to it. There was a couple of
Yeah.
different orientations that started
So-
off.
Dude,
Rich,
I've
how
got
you
some of
doing,
those-
brother?
I have
I've
two
got some
more.
of those at work, and the same setup. Only the top 2 monitors are flipped upside down, and then the controller that splits them figures out that they're upside down. You can tell that they're upside down because the top of the monitor is like this, while the bottom is like this. So it's much closer
Oh.
together.
See, what I did is that picture is actually inaccurate because I readjusted the monitors, so the bottom lip of the top monitor is now behind the top lip of the bottom monitor. So it brought them closer together, but I still would. They make edgeless monitors to where it looks
Yeah.
seamless when you're done.
Yeah, those are
I'm not.
expensive.
Like,
I was gonna
YouTube
say-
money right there, putting it to work.
I was gonna say I don't think we'll be doing that anytime
So
over
to
here.
do that, I had to get a new graphics card for my computer to piggyback because the graphics card I have only supports 4 monitors.
What graphics card do you have in that one?
A GeForce GTX 980 Ti.
Oh,
not maybe.
I do it. I do it with an external box that splits it. You don't have
Yeah,
to
I
worry
could
about
do
it,
that too, but I get all the high def is.
So you just got all of the D ports coming out of that poor graphics card.
yeah.
It's just you got a little 960 just
ports.
in there, just spinning its little heart out, working
It's a
four.
980.
Okay, a 980 in there, just running its little heart out, running 4 monitors.
That's probably why my videos are
Smoking.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know why it takes 6 hours to render a video now. It's weird.
Hey, that's on that monitor. Let's do it on this monitor.
See, I just bought a 40-inch TV, and that's my monitor.
So I had a really nice 32-inch TV that was originally going to be part of this design, and I took it out of my bedroom and I put in a 65-inch TV or whatever. And I hate the 65 because it was used and it has screen burn issues, and I never should have got rid of the 32 because I had a better picture. And I set the 32 in my basement, and a cat decided to stand on the back of it and just go pow. And I went, really? And it was the broke. So it angrily got thrown into the backyard viciously, and then it was really broke. And then I threw it away after it laid out there for like a week because it deserved what it got.
That was the other reason I sent you that Bronco picture, is because it had a cat in the picture.
Yes.
I was gonna say, are we talking about the TV or the cat? Which one got thrown out?
Well, I mean, there was a period of time. I was picturing a cat while throwing a TV.
Was that the derpy cat or the other one?
It was entirely the derpy cat.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of cats, mine got locked in the shed for 5 days.
Oh,
they come back thinner and more wise.
Yes, well, I don't know about more wise, but certainly
you put him in the hole for a week. Jesus.
Because
Aaron Rodgers.
I've got all my parts in my shed, so I go out there and every now I usually see the cat come in and I shoo it out.
Yeah.
I didn't see it this time, and I close. And I think,
so, question at day 4, you're like, "Huh, I haven't seen this cat in a while."
yeah, that's. I was like, oh, I guess the coyotes got it, and
Yeah.
never really thought about it.
Maybe it took care of some mice issues.
And no mice in that shed. That shed's actually really good.
Oh, you
Definitely.
But then-
actually stuck it in the shed without mice. Even better.
Yeah. And then I walk,
all the places it could have been.
I walk outside and I get to thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't I in the shed like 5 days ago?
Oh,
I wonder.
no.
What did it drink?
He just gets closer. You just hear meow,
So
meow.
I go out
just
to the shed. I open
A
the
lot
door
lower
and I
than
see
that. It was
that
more like
some parts are knocked off the shelf. I'm like, okay, this is a sign that there might have been a cat in here, but I don't see it. I'm like, oh, this is not good. And then I just say, and I call its name, and all of a sudden I hear, wow. I'm like, oh, it's like it call its name, wow, wow. I'm like, oh, it's still alive.
Someone's here. Let me out.
And of course, it's not exactly warm here right now either.
No.
So-
Well, I mean, it's furry cat.
I'm not looking forward to where she found to use the washroom when spring hits.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah.
well, she didn't have much liquid in her, so it's fine.
Just gotta stay after the first day. Yeah.
She's
Jesus.
conserving fuel. It's okay.
Hibernating.
She's
All right.
fine.
Oh, and that was the last time mongrels tortured a cat. Thanks. Where's
This is demonetized.
yeah, where is it?
It felt pretty bad. But I always give him crap and shoo him out, but I just didn't see her this time.
Oh, where my trailer was when I was in Louisiana, my trailer was in Mississippi, and they had a bunch of farm cats. And every time I would go there to get in there, they'd get in the trailer, and I'd be like, "Hey, man, I'm trying to get the stupid cats out. I don't know." And he'd just be like, "Yeah, either they'll get out or they won't, man. Whatever, farm cats." And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that smell though when I come back.
No.
Like, get your damn cats out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
she was being pretty sucky for some reason afterwards too.
Yeah, she wanted to just hang out with you.
Yeah, she just wanted to hang out. She didn't want to be alone for some reason.
Weird. You know, a week in the hole will really do that to someone's freaking conscious.
Messed up.
It's like I should lock a couple of the feral ones in there for a while. See if I get friendlier.
Cat's so much more tame now. He's got a little twitch, but you know, it's fine. God.
You got cat problems? Your cat's not friendly and loving like you want it to be? Well, let me show you how
my
to
God.
fix that.
I don't even know why I try.
I want to see that title chapter. How to train your cat.
Oh Yes.
I don't think it's what they're going. Search engine, how to trade my cat. Takes up this live. Here we go. Oh,
Everyone
That's
says, everyone says the spray bottle works best. Well, I got an alternative for you.
you just what you ought to do is treat these cats like supermax prisons. I mean, just like any other convict. You put them in the hole and you bake them out. It'll change them.
spray bottle waterboarding.
They survive.
Waterboarding, yeah.
Hey,
if you're not training your cats like Al Qaeda terrorists, then
it's over now. You said too many words.
There it is.
Leave it up.
Waterboarding.
oh gosh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cat strapped down.
At
Waterboarding, eh?
1 hour 19 minutes, your video has been demonetized.
That was the best part. You literally said that 19 minutes ago. You said the same thing.
Not only is it demonetized, but we've all made a government list now too.
Oh God.
Government watch list now.
I gotta go back and change my name on here. so
Listen,
they don't find
listen.
me.
Some of us have been on lists for years.
I was gonna say, let me just put a little check next to it.
I think realistically, it's. I mean, if you just look at the two with beards that look like we belong to a Unabomber.
Go again.
Well,
I'm just leaving it up now. I'm not even taking it down
I
anymore.
was planning on going to the No Name Nationals, but
You're not going to be allowed in the
You're not getting
country.
across the border, man.
across the board.
Yeah, yeah.
I
They're,
mean, NNN, it usually stands
we
for
go.
something different than No Name Nationals. So make sure we don't have
oh
that too.
no! Too far. Too far.
nope.
Yeah, we're just going to let that scroll across the bottom.
Just leave it there, yeah.
We're acknowledging now.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the new podcast.
All right, demonetized.
The hottest podcast on YouTube.
Oh, I do.
Announcer voice.
Hot and steamy.
Oh no! If somebody's going to do the announcer voice, give us our announcer for demonetized, the hardest podcast on YouTube.
Welcome. Oh, sure.
Oh, whoa.
Welcome to Demonetized. I don't know.
That actually, the chime really worked there. Actually,
That would work. Welcome to I don't know.
That's exactly it. We don't know.
Here we
That's
go.
it right there.
That's the point of the podcast. So yeah, kind of.
Here we go.
Hang on.
Show that one on here. That's actually
No,
probably
we're getting
really
demonetized for
bad.
sure if you do that.
That one, yeah, that one probably. Well, that one's in a bunch of ones, and it's never been a problem before.
Eric, are you still wondering why we got demonetized, or you're still trying to figure it out?
Nope, I got it.
You got it? Okay, just making sure.
Listen, I'm gonna laugh so hard when this one isn't the one that gets demonetized. You know what? Funny part is too. My lives that I do during the week by myself with like the fine, upstanding people of YouTube that come in Patreon, are in my chat, never gets demonetized. But when you guys come to the party,
Well, we're to blame now.
I'm just saying.
You blaming
So
the
what are you talking
Canadians?
about when
What
you're
are
by
you doing?
yourself?
He doesn't.
I do. It's the same crap,
like,
and I cuss
hey.
just as much.
I like that message. Watch me weld, maybe.
Well, I was just gonna say, hey,
He
I
talks
know,
about a
well,
lot of weld through primer. A lot of.
I did talk. Well, that was last night. Was a lot of weld through primer. That was the big news.
I think that was the
Galvanizing
last
spray?
week too.
Oh, I was waiting for it last week, and then I finally got it this week. It's a big payoff.
Did you
You
know
were
that
you were
I
hunting
tried?
for it. It was $50 a gallon. Yeah, it was.
I ended up getting it from Amazon for like $30. And it works really good, actually.
And I was looking for the zinc primer. No, I did not want the zinc primer. I wanted the one that was.
The copper and zinc is what it ended up being. Was the right
Turns
one.
out we all have watched
he said
your
zinc.
welding lives.
Okay.
I can see that now. You guys just aren't there when I'm doing them live. You catch it later, and I appreciate it.
No, I just don't type in the comment section.
Yeah.
I read the
He's an
title.
observer.
No, we call that a lurker.
Yeah.
Why did
I say hi. I say hi, and then I put the phone down and just listen
so
and
his hands
do whatever
can-
it was I was doing.
So his hands can be free. I caught that. You,
Something about the sound of your voice.
I'm gonna avoid it.
Tell me again how you install a camshaft, dudes.
Yeah.
Step 3. Access the camshaft. Removing the timing cover is one of the most difficult parts of an in-car installation.
I love how you can tell what monitor that is on by where he's looking. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can put you over here.
Oh God, moving us all
down
around.
here. I could just start like.
Where's the
Once
camera?
the
Like,
coolant
right in the
is
center?
drained and the accesses are all the way out, remove the intake manifold.
I need to go back, and you need to really accentuate the all the way out.
All the way. Are we going for like raspily, or are we just like, hey?
I think you want to do like normal, but just creepy out on certain words. Like do your normal announcer voice, but really creep it home with weird stuff.
Once the coolant is drained and the accessories are out of the way, remove the intake manifold bolts. A smaller hammer and chisel or flathead screwdriver may be needed to pry the intake manifold. From the engine block, scrape the front and rear block rails clean of cork, silicone, oil, or any gunk if necessary.
There you go.
It was pulling together at the end there. I don't know. I think more creeper, a little less British, and you'll be
I
on
always
this.
go towards the.
You do end up
British.
Yeah.
I always end up being some. I don't know. If you ask British people, they're probably like, that doesn't sound British at all.
No.
Well, I think you should start backing up a little bit and go back to draining the coolant and say, make sure you pull the plug all the way out. So all
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard.
You're
You're
wrong.
reading it. You can't.
Yeah, Mongrels is really getting it there.
Step 4.
He's really into this.
We're a little too far into it.
This will allow you to access the rockers, push rods, and lifters.
So you
Keep the
should emphasize
rockers
push
and
rods.
push rods in order.
Yeah,
Now
you really need to
remove
accentuate
the rocker
push rods. There you go.
The engine may have to be turned over.
There you go.
Yeah, that was perfect.
That's it.
Pressure away from certain rocker to valve stem contact points.
Now he's got it. He's got it.
Oh.
Remove the mass airflow and intake temperature sensor assembly. If necessary, unbolt the radiator tray and remove it. Unbolt and detach the manifold air temperature mat tubes from the manifold. Remove the spark plug wires, disconnecting the wiring harness lead to the coil packs, and remove the coil packs from the valve covers. Detach the hoses from the valve covers and remove the valve covers to access the crankshaft.
So for a minute there, it almost was like Steve Irwin. Like you were dancing that line, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Barbecue Mike, what's up, brother? How's your Saturday? If you're just now coming in, it's a weird one tonight.
This next paragraph gets aggressive.
Oh, this is going to be aggressive. Okay.
Here on step number 5, rotate the cam and mark top dead center. Turn the camshaft wheel until you see the V-shaped timing mark at the top. If these timing marks are not aligned properly during the assembly, the camshaft will be out of phase. The crankshaft and the valves may be damaged if they strike the pistons.
It shouldn't be this funny. Oh my God.
You don't want to strike the pistons, dude.
Oh, no, you never want to strike the pistons.
Don't strike the pistons.
No.
Striking the pistons will get you 5 to 10.
Oh, crap. Brailsford, you've come in at a really weird time. Oh, things have gotten out of hand.
But it's money. It's money right there.
Oh, I'm crying.
If you need to adjust the timing afterwards, you'll be able to make specific tweaks, but it's still good to make sure you've got the mark recorded so you can install the cam safely.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, seriously, I've been telling you this for 2 years now, but you need to start doing these things, just stupid voices or tone or whatever, reading this stupid stuff. It's hilarious. Sensual piston talk. That's the name of the podcast right there. Sensual piston talk. Oh my god. We need to do that. No, this is the challenge. We all do the where you just take a mouthful of water and let dudes read some bullshit and see how long before we're spraying freaking.
My computer would never survive.
Oh god, I need more rice. We need rice.
That's me, rice.
And I'm frozen because look at me. I'm just.
Yeah, you are. You're definitely frozen.
There's a worse pose.
There it is.
It could be.
Oh, the camera died a bit. Hey, the
No, we're
battery's
not
dead.
seeing camera EOS alarm. There it is.
You're not?
We are now. EOS webcam utility. Camera down.
Camera down. Camera down.
Camera down. Return. to
Electrician.
Hold on. We're good.
Starlink.
We're
Starlink command.
just
Camera down.
putting cameras rebooting,
What do you got?
littering, and there we go.
He refuses to buy the power brick that keeps the camera on. So he
Okay,
chooses
now
to
this
change
Canon,
batteries way
I have a
less.
Canon M50, and it is some bullshit because you can't when you plug. I have a micro USB plugged into it right now, and it will not charge off of that because you have to buy a different thing that replaces the battery in order to. It's bull. I refuse to do it.
You got flicker now.
A Canon M50?
M50.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
I'll be back.
Oh, do you have the same one?
I think maybe I do. I don't know. I'm borrowing
I don't
it.
know. I got so many cameras here. You want step 6? Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, are we ready for? Oh my god, we're gonna keep
till Eric's
going.
back. Wait,
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
We gotta wait till Eric's back.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh man, his wall. It's a curtain wall.
He's actually got a green screen.
What is
a natural
that?
green
Oh
screen.
wow, he's got a rig on it.
That's a real camera.
Yeah, so we can go in. Yeah, so that camera is what dudes and I are both using for our webcam at the moment. But you can't. It won't charge through the USB plug on the side.
That's it.
I used it for photos, but I wasn't a fan.
Oh, it's not wrong. He's gonna have some explaining to do.
It's got some explaining to do.
Oh god.
I was just cleaning it. Oh,
I told you never to bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
cleaning it, it went off. Oh,
I just- Oh man.
step 6.
So I don't know how the web. Oh, you're really gonna go for this? Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going.
Step
You
6.
want him to be here. This is where we are now. All
I.
right, 1 second. Stop.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
He's got some explaining to do.
He got shut down real quick right there.
Yeah, this has got like a metal rig on it.
Yeah, that thing is wild. So,
Mounting
what's
point.
the rig do for you?
It protects it, and then it's got mounting points, so you can mount whatever you want
Yeah.
all over it.
Fancy.
Okay.
You're going to have to send me a link to
It's
that
not.
rig.
It's not mine.
Of course.
I'm borrowing it.
What a
Then just
link.
send me the whole thing. I mean, that's fine.
I don't know. I've been. I don't know that having all the extra on there would be great for this rig as much. I don't
can
use it
use
as much as
Mine
the
more for
GoPros.
mobile stuff, and I might need some kind of protective thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've been using it for my talking, like when I talk to the camera type of stuff. I do it with this camera, and it stays in the shop quite a lot, and it hasn't really fallen over or happened at any point where I'm like, ooh, I really should probably put something on that.
I took
Oh, yeah.
a Nikon Z5 with me to PRI, and I really liked that camera, but it's probably twice the price of this one. So
Oh no.
Yes. The old
Sorry,
Canon
Railsford.
M50, She was only like $400 with a bunch of stuff with it. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, as far as your bottom, getting into the thing, this is a good camera for it.
I want to buy a new S23 Ultra, which actually has 200 megapixel camera, which is actually way more megapixels than this thing, just to see how well it does. Like,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
should
all the
be
photos
insane.
I've taken prior to PRI was all done with my cell phone, and then I just edited in Photoshop. Cleans up pretty well.
Yeah. Now, if I ever remember to take pictures with this camera for like thumbnails, like if I was to think ahead enough to actually do that, it comes out pretty well, and I enjoy it when I do that. But I don't do it very often.
Step 6 is the worst.
This is
You're
what I
still
use
trying for step 6.
for all my videos. This thing.
Yeah,
Going
Brelsford,
back
let me
around.
get you over there, bud.
Look at that thing.
It's a Samsung.
Okay, what is that then? So that's a
Hold on.
Samsung. It's like an actual video recorder.
No, it's
Yeah, it's just a
little mini
camera.
camera.
Yeah, it doesn't flip up on the back. It's like the Sony. Sony has one similar to that setup.
Yeah, it's real small. Works great though.
I've got a very similar rig for what are those, the Joby or whatever that is.
Yeah, you can only buy these cameras used now. They don't make them anymore, unfortunately. But
Let's
works great though.
here.
All right, let's get on to step 6 here. I want to hear step 6.
Oh yeah, we do keep getting around that
We
one.
got to go to step 6 here.
Oh, we'll
all
get
the way.
step 6.
All right. Step 6, removing the old cam. Through using a camshaft removal tool is ideal. If your budget is tight, you can work the cam out of the engine block by twisting it slowly and carefully. Take precaution not to scratch or gall the bearings.
You got to work on your pauses. Like when
Yeah.
where you said carefully, you have to stop and then go.
It's hard to just
little.
read it as you go. I can't, you gotta inflect and think as you
Yeah. Do a better job
Takes
at
a
that.
couple readings. If you want to change the timing wheel or chain or any other component in the assembly, you'll also want to remove these correspondingly.
I feel like you've got like Steve Irwin at the end there. like,
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
oh god.
Wash new parts in solvent before installation.
Yeah. The installation is where it's gonna get good.
Oh, the picture.
Oh, we're not ready.
Picture.
Listen, that's next week's episode.
Yeah,
they can't
I
handle
don't
that.
think we're ready for
Yeah.
Okay, we had to show this though because this is where it gets weird.
Shh. Oh, this is where it gets weird. He's not wrong. He's not fucking wrong. I just leave it scrolling across the bottom, boys.
Just the tip.
I feel like this should be on a doctor's wall, the office wall somewhere is where this is. Like there should be a teacher somewhere awkwardly freaking giving a PowerPoint on this camshaft install. Oh god.
Oh, that's so bad.
Now you know.
Who drew that? Who was tasked with this? He said, "You know what? I'm gonna do this."
You know what that was.
Oh
I'm out
yes.
again.
Oh, Lord.
We see you. You're right there. Oh, now you're frozen.
I'm back.
I see you.
So you know what that
lose
was? That was somebody. Can you draw someone putting oil on a camshaft? And they went, I already have a picture of somebody putting oil on it.
Oh.
Just let me put this bumpy one in.
I think if you zoomed in much closer, you'd really be demonetized.
You know what? I'm gonna go look now, see if we're still monetized as it is.
Yeah, we've already been demonetized.
We're not even done yet.
And if you wanted to know, that step was called lubricating the cam.
What step would that have been?
Okay, we're back to 1 again because now we're installing new cam.
Oh, it's a different. Okay, yeah, that
Part
makes
of the
sense.
instruction.
Yeah, okay.
You should know pulling out is different than putting in.
Hey, your job ain't done until you're putting it in. So, I mean,
Here you go, dudes.
Dr. Rogue, celebrity proctologist. When others can't find it, we can.
Oh god. Yeah, every one of those doctors has a hand that looks like mine.
It's when both hands are
catcher's
on your
mitt.
shoulders and they're still doing their job that you got to worry.
Wait a minute. Oh god.
Told me the
This is I listen, I have not been on one of these that's derailed this badly in some time. Like this is derailed pretty bad. Like those trains Ooh, listen, those trains in the Midwest are doing better than we are, that's for sure. It's too soon. Too soon? Too soon? Okay, too soon.
You can blame that on me, I guess.
So did
It was
everyone
closer.
get taxes filed? Just asking.
I'm actually
I
waiting to file my taxes because I'm an idiot.
I actually call. She was like, "Oh, we'll email you when we have questions on your taxes." And there was something she wanted me to do, so I like called to be like, "Hey, do you want me to send this over?" They're like, "Oh, they're done. Where do you want to come do it?" So I get to go find out how much taxes are going to cost me this year. That's
I figured out I was doing it wrong, and now I'm doing it over.
I could say, do you want to talk about that?
I can get it back on track.
I tried. I tried was going another direction, and you kind of because it's a great story, and I was right. So I want to talk about it, but I can understand how you don't want to.
I don't want to talk about it.
I didn't think you did.
Then the IRS will come demonetize you. You don't want
that's
that.
why we're going to stay away from that discussion.
We don't have the time to do it right, but we have the time to do it twice.
This will be the
4 times.
this is gonna be the tax chapter of this live.
Well, we talked about that.
There. We don't need legitimate proof of things.
There's nothing to prove. They didn't actually file it, did they?
No.
Oh, well, then you're good.
Filed. We're good.
Yeah,
We're redoing it.
We figured it out before there was the problem.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's actually probably good knowledge. If you are going to a YouTube channel and get paid and actually do a YouTube business, you need to do taxes on that business.
Well, correctly. I was going to do the taxes. I was just going to do it wrong.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I had no illegitimacy to not do the taxes. I was actually going to do them incorrectly, which that would have not officially been doing.
Oh, and that was the trick. And that's actually a good bit of information. And you know what? I'm going to put it. I don't care if you don't want them to know anyhow. If I know, I'm like, wow, okay. if you're going to if you're going to start an LLC for a personal LLC for a company, you have to do those as personal taxes, not separate from your personal taxes. It's just for all of you tax majors out there. And that's where the problem was. He thought he was doing them like an S corp. Yeah. Well, because if you were an S corp LLC or a dual party LLC, you would have to do them separate, and you couldn't do them together.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we just lost a bunch of people with YouTube tax law, but
for our Canadian viewers, the tax laws are completely different. Please do not.
Yeah, they're much higher and worse.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong, but
yeah.
I was looking at the average income of people in Canada, and it's much higher. And everybody was all gloating about that on something I was watching. Like, the average income in Canada is so much higher in America. It sucks so
but
bad.
It's not.
And then
wow, your Canadian voice is actually pretty legit. No, go back and do some more shit in that voice. We're not going to glass over the fact that just happened. Like that's like how have I just now heard that?
How have you out Canadian the Canadian? I do not know.
Seriously, have you been holding on to that this whole time?
Probably. I got a lot of them. I forget what they are.
Oh my god, that was money.
See, the problem with voices is to actually control your voice enough to remember the voice you were trying to control.
Oh, yeah, I can see. Well, I can see that if you do a bunch of them. That makes me wonder about like Robin Williams. You ever get like distracted in the Like, where am I at? What voice?
That's why
All those
everything
guys probably
goes
do.
English.
Oh, that's why you come back to.
Whoa.
Demonetized.
Whoa,
Demonetized, yeah.
Jesus.
The big demonetized, not just the scrolling one.
So, it's
Just
funny you
get
say
your American
that.
flag one.
Yeah, I have to make another one if I want to do it that way.
I don't know. This one's a crescent.
Oh,
Crescent. It came with pliers.
Really?
mine
making those
is
now.
Amazon.
Yes. Well, so anyways, back to the Canadians making more. They don't actually make more.
No, because taxes.
Well, yeah, there's taxes, but there's also the fact that your money's like 30% higher than ours.
No. So they actually showed it in American dollars, and the average income in Canada overall was higher than United States for the average earner. The
Okay.
thing and the
That's
caveat
it.
you have to realize
Yeah, they're on
taxation
top of each other.
is much, much higher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it has to be a higher common income because they're taxing more. It pretty much equals the same. It's kind of a wash when you take out taxation versus actual minimum income.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just as difficult to live here right now on the Canadian dollar as it is to live down there on the American dollar. Because
Correct.
you're right that maybe we have more income in the number sense, but then you go look at our produce and our groceries and everything else, and that's all higher too.
Correct. So there's people that are like, "Oh, you should just go up to Canada because it's better." And it's like it's not. It's
No.
the same. We're
You can't
all
even
in
just
trouble.
go up to Canada. You have to have a sponsor and all sorts of other crap. It's not like coming to America where you can just walk across the border.
Well,
Hey.
I'll get to that, but I don't actually want to get the channel demonetized.
Sarcastic. Well, can Canada demonetize my channel in America over here? Is
Well,
that
no
how that
comments
works?
I say could possibly get you demonetized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
It
Tim, how you doing, brother?
Hey.
let's just say it's easier for some people to get in here than other people.
I've never actually
I
been
mean,
to
Americans
Canada.
can say that too, but
Canada.
we're not going there.
Oh, what is it not Canada? Kazakhstan or whatever.
Wait, what do we call it?
How does he say that?
Kanakarstan?
Is that how he says it? Zip Tie says it all the time.
Canada. I don't know. I'm an Iwegian, so
Iwegian? Is that-
We are Oregonians out here because that
Oregonians,
doesn't
okay.
sound Riri.
Oregonians.
Yeah,
We are the Oregonians.
I feel that's better than Iowegians.
Iwegians.
Listen,
Come on down here to Iowa and you can be an Iwegian. with me.
yes, exactly. That's what it's. That's what I get out of that.
We raise
I'll-
sheep and the cows. Cows are
Yeah, yeah. You gotta watch out for
Demonetized.
him with. Oh,
demonetized.
wait. Oh.
There we go.
Come, let me tell you a story about Iowa.
Oh, please do go on.
There's nothing to say.
Okay.
It's a pretty.
Fascinating story.
It's a pretty flat
We're
story.
in the middle.
And apparently, it had the best internet from what
And
I
the
keep being
best
told.
internet of
Like-
rural areas.
I gotta say, is the internet really good where you are, Eric?
I mean, you're
I
on
mean-
StarNet, so
I am in StarNet.
StarNet
Star.
symbol.
Yeah.
How's that
But-
ground internet working out?
That means Waste and I are both part of Space Force because we use Starlink. So we're
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Space Force?
We're realistically just ahead of the game here, and you
What's the opposite
peasants,
of Space Force?
you-
Is there some kind of Russian version? Because I feel
you-
like that's what StarNet is.
you guys are just ground internet people. That's what it is. We're gonna
Well,
start looking
we're ahead
down
of the
on
game.
you.
It just means that Skynet would target the two of you first because it found you're already in the system.
It
Well,
will assimilate
no,
you.
StarNet needs us to assimilate, so it'll get you, and it'll keep us as its peasants or whatever.
Oh, is that how it
underlings.
that monthly payment's kind of a bribe for our safety.
Yeah, that's how we
Oh,
get them
okay.
not to
Yeah.
enslave us first.
Okay,
That's right.
fair enough.
It's in the fine print. You can read it online. It's in the fine print.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry. Elon's put it all out there for you. It's fine.
Yeah,
So we become batteries before you do. Is that's
yeah. It's on Twitter.
Yes.
two movies
Yeah,
now.
we're gonna get to actually play video games on some power made from you before we, in fact, get added to the video game or to the battery pack ourselves. It's
Okay.
basically how that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce this.
I'm saving up for a Tesla so I can leapfrog waste it and last even longer.
Yes, that is what he's. So speaking of Tesla and all this, have you guys seen these boxable houses?
No.
Oh, dude, you got
3D printed houses or what?
No, it's basically an unfolding 300. So each unit is 310 square feet, I think, and it basically unboxes, and you can stack them together on a house. Boxable. It's if you look it up.
Legos essentially.
Kind of.
Another word for modular.
Kind of, but it's a little bit different. You can set the whole thing, like it shows up as an 8 by 20, 10, or 20, 30, or 40 foot shipping container is essentially what it's the size of. And then it folds out into a full-on deal. And they're printing these things out in Vegas and somewhere else.
See, the problem with this idea of tiny homes, and everybody thinks that's a good idea, is then now they gain value, which then takes the houses we already have and increases their value farther than it needs to be. And then the only thing achievable for anybody would be like, I bought a box today, and I'm going to live in it. It's going to be great.
Well, so the initial 320 foot box that comes with everything is $50,000.
Wow. That's,
Yeah.
That's not cheap.
Next year I'll be able to add on to the box with another box. I can't wait.
Yes, you can add another
Can't wait to
box.
fold out a new box.
Well, then you've got the other thing where you run into like trailer homes, like modular homes, you have an issue where after a certain amount of years they start counting negatively towards the property value at a certain point.
Trailer yard.
Yeah, as soon as you put the trailer on your property, that happens. Yes.
Well, yes, but as the years go, it gets more and more inverse.
You're saying if there's a trailer on the property, it brings down the value?
That's what I'm saying.
The
trailer brings down the value. It just quickly drops in value. Trailers become quite worthless.
And to the point where they become a problem to get rid of, and now they actually cost money to. Yeah.
I had a buddy that took a trailer home, mobile home, modular home, whatever you want to call it. And
I like to call them parked houses because it's just parked for now.
Axled homes. So he took one of those down by the river because it was cheap, and he got it pretty affordably.
I have some questions here before we get going too much
I gotta
like
do
he
it.
lived.
You could be living in a trailer down by the river.
And then my follow up to that is: did he own a Prius? And did Dirty Mike and the boys also come down to the river shack? I have questions that need answers.
Here's the part that answers it all.
Okay.
So he owns 100+ acres of hunting ground. So this tells you his status in the world.
Okay.
Much higher than mine. So if I just had 100+ acres to literally just hunt on, it serves no other purpose. It has.
This is just hunting land. Yeah, I need
This is
somewhere.
hunting land. This is where I hunt for the deers.
Well, where else would I go to hunt? I mean, on land I
Yeah.
don't own. Like, duh.
Exactly. I mean, I have this perfectly good hunting land.
Yeah. Who doesn't have their own hunting land? Peasants.
Yes. So he would pull a camper in there, and he got tired of that, and he found a cheap trailer axle home, and he stuck her down there on the edge of this nice crest where you could see into this river that he also.
And I'm sure he pulled the permits and everything, didn't just like literally take a trailer home and just dump it down by the river, right?
So he would call everybody and be like, "You should come see my cabin." That is not a cabin, sir. That is an axle home next to the river in the middle of nowhere. Yes, you own said land.
Says,
but
come to
that
my
is not a
cabin. Oh god, did he just put like firewood outside of it so you couldn't tell it was a mobile home? It looked like a log cabin because the logs were just like against it.
He was very upset when the river decided to rise because of the dam losing its bearings.
Right.
And then the river flooded and pulled said axle home into said river. And then the state came and said,
"Yeah, get your house out of the river.
Get your axle home up out the river, or all the pieces of it now."
and they charged him severely for that dismantling by water. So
Yeah.
it wasn't good. And then it was like, "How's your cabin doing?" Weird.
Well, that's what you tell them. It's not a cabin; it's a houseboat now. And it wasn't parked on my land. It was a boat, and it sank. And this is just what happened.
I used to go down to Burlington, Iowa. And in Burlington, Iowa, there's a place right near some.
Is that where they make the coats?
Maybe. I don't know.
Is there a factory there?
Well, there's a Burlington in Washington too, and I don't think they make the coats there either.
Well, Narcs is
I
in
do
there.
not know.
Hey,
But
Narcs
what
is
I
in
do
there.
know is Burlington, Iowa is near a wash.
Hey, Narcs, what's up, brother?
Mississippi. So,
You know, stabbing
because
Kevin.
the Mississippi
Stabbing
floods
Kevin.
into this area, there's people that live down in there, and they have axle homes on stilts. They've put these things 15, 20 feet up in the air, so when the
So they don't
water
get
comes
wet.
in,
I mean, I feel like this is just people adapting at this point, and you're
and there's
being kind
literally
of judgy.
nets hanging off the side of the homes with boats in them.
Tell me that was to catch. Was that to catch the boats or to catch the fish?
That was to keep the boat until the water rose enough for the boat to be in water.
Oh shit! I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah. And you'd
These-
go down there and you'd fix on things on this thing, and you're like, "You guys live down here?" "Oh, all the time. Water comes in, we don't care." They're just mobile homes. If they fall in the water, who cares?
He's not wrong.
And I'm like, "Okay, hillbillies."
I mean, there's a fine line between genius and
We were very
redneck
close to
there.
Missouri, so there's that.
Oh. Is Missouri what you guys? Is that what
Eric
you guys
knows.
do?
He lives close to that side of the state.
Is that what you guys do? You talk about Missouri as the
Oh yeah.
the-
I mean,
okay.
when you've become less hillbilly, you come out of Missouri and go to Iowa. It's like a moving up thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
We
just
don't really-
saying.
Okay, in Burlington Coat Factory news, it's in New Jersey.
Oh.
That's worse. That's so
That
much
is
worse.
way worse. Yeah, that's a real downgrade for
Oh,
Burlington.
I don't want a Burlington coat at all now.
I never did before, but I
mean,
I'll
that's
tell
why
you
it's not
what.
in the slogan. Burlington coats made in Jersey. Nope.
yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys have any good stories about going? Give me one good story about going to Jersey. I'll wait. And moving on.
I'm just saying,
Google
YouTube's
says.
probably watching because since I've been live with you guys, I've lost 2 subscribers tonight.
I will take credit for that. That definitely is my fault.
I'll take some credit
If you didn't know,
Oh man.
what is New Jersey known for?
I
New
haven't
Jersey
checked
is
that. I'm
known
gonna
for
have
its
to check
beautiful
mine, see if I
beaches,
looked.
casinos, entertainment, boardwalks, and untouched nature. What is
What
untouched nature?
untouched
in-
nature in New Jersey? I know it's the Garden State. Don't get me wrong. However, I drove through there and it all looks like it's been touched 1 or 2 times by somebody who
Yeah.
probably shouldn't be touching.
Yeah.
If you know.
By somebody's creepy uncle.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's creepy uncles touched a lot of things in New Jersey.
by a
lot of
lurker
Button,
named
please.
Todd.
Button.
Hey, what's up, Ryan? How you doing, brother? Close to Missouri too, apparently.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk shit about Missouri as well? Is
in the world?
that also
At least we're not
Arkansas?
Missouri.
Arkansas says the same thing.
Touched inappropriately.
Show me on the doll where they touched you.
This area
You
is all
point at that
Jersey.
particular branch.
It's not so much here or here, but here.
Oh, you went to
Narcs,
Jersey everywhere? Okay.
So I've been to Jersey a few times for stuff here and there. I went to a porn
stuff
star
here and
convention in Jersey one time. It was a car show
Not where I thought
And-
we were going to go with this.
and a porn star convetion.
You walked into the
interesting.
wrong one, right?
It was called Erotica was the name of the car show. That was a thing.
Because they're known for
The
all
last,
the untouched
the last
nature.
erotica I went to didn't have any cars.
Yeah, no, it was just the other part of it. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Funny.
it's-
All right, look, I've got a funny story you guys will find interesting, but give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Oh no.
Did you know Jersey has nature?
There is the whole IP address has been demonetized. There are some nature parts of New Jersey. I will say it. I've seen some green parts, but Everyone's been. You can't tell me there's any old growth trees in New Jersey anywhere.
I don't know who's taking pictures in Jersey, but I mean, they're making it look good on Google.
I can't say that I'm surprised that those places are
Wait
in
a
Jersey.
minute.
Yeah.
That's not Google making something look good. They don't do that.
Oh well.
Please come to Jersey.
Well, what they're not telling you is that most of that stuff is private, and you can't go to most of those
We have
places.
birds that are trying to be eaten by turtles.
They're pictures of the zoo.
Oh wow! No, those birds. That bird is
Turtle's
literally
away.
in trouble.
Come here, bird.
Come here, bird. They're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
We have poorly built old dams. Welcome to Jersey.
Is that a water
dam or
wheel?
Is that a weir?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mill.
Yeah, here's
What is
the
this?
place where we grow things.
That's
Welcome to
just-
Jersey.
It's just some rich people's garden.
Yeah, it's very feng shui. We have this rock. Welcome to Jersey.
Where is that rock?
I don't even know.
That's
this
green
isn't
rock.
Jersey. This is Bowl.
Oh, okay. Here it is. It's located in both Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Oh,
So
okay.
that means, and the address is on the PA side. So this is in Pennsylvania, and Jersey's just close enough. And like, look,
See the green? The green over there. It's always greener on the other side of Jersey. Like Pennsylvania's over there. Like keep your
I love,
dirty rocks over there.
dude. Look at this. Look at this. It's called the Delaware Water Gap. So it's nothing to do with Jersey at all. But Jersey's just over here, like, hey, look at this thing. It's near us. It's awesome. Just, it's cool. Get out of here. Get out of here,
Water
Jersey.
gap. You know, it's
I
not a
like,
hard
I
place.
like how you pointed out, yeah, the one side's brown and barren.
That's the Jersey side.
That's
Yeah.
the Jersey.
Yes, but that rock identifies as Jersey.
Jersey, that's what it is. Yes.
Jersey Shore right here. Come over here and you get the rock.
Oh my god.
Oh. Good old Jersey.
All right, boys. It's been 2 hours. This train
I
wreck.
thought Midnight was coming back with something. You gotta let him
Oh, you're right. He is coming back. All right. I just thought I got to 2 hours. We'll wait.
Let me just find this. I promise you.
You're fine.
We'll-
I-
Promise me. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
As long
We'll
as I
wait.
don't lose a third subscriber tonight, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't
to be
promise
fair,
Hard times over there.
I lost 3 before we started and got 1 back, so I'm doing good.
It's like rolling dice. Sometimes it
That means if as long as I keep this one, I will keep my streak going, and I will have made 1 subscriber today.
that's good.
What's the
Shell,
streak?
how are you doing? So since I started doing shorts in April, well, no, was it April? When did I start doing shorts? It was May. I started doing shorts. I have not gone one day without having at least 1 subscriber since May. That's the streak.
Until now.
I don't know. That seems like a good
Unsubscribe. Well, it's just growth. I mean, I have a couple of 1 days where I just have
what I
1
tell her,
subscriber, but you know, gotta keep the streak alive.
So what do you do? Three shorts a day?
Right now, I'm doing 3 shorts a day. I was doing 5 for
There's
the
only one
longest time.
subscriber.
Uh-oh.
Where are you getting all this content from?
Listen, my life is. I live in the middle of
His life
nowhere.
is content, my friend.
Yeah, I've got dumb shit happens here all of the time. I just gotta
He's
get my
from
camera
Jersey.
out.
Oh,
It's like today.
Drive.
I just went to go. I just went to go pull a freaking tractor out of the mud before I came here because that's what had to be done,
that's what had to be done.
and I filmed
In Jersey.
none of it. Why are we on this Jersey thing?
We're gonna go Jersey. You know, Jersey. Don't worry about it.
I don't think that's a very good Jersey.
I don't
accent.
think that's a very good Jersey.
No, your
voice.
Canadian was better than your Jersey.
Yeah, your Canadian was
Hey.
way better.
Whoa,
All right,
just
so
read-
if-
All right.
if one
I
of
just
you two can
repost
go
content.
check the Discord lives feed,
All right.
Okay.
you'll see what I just posted.
Okay.
You can share that if you want.
I don't see anything.
There's nothing in,
Under-
this,
I've
in the
got no
live
message
one.
come up.
Is it in general?
No, it's in
not
live.
general?
What are we talking about?
I don't know how to do. Oh, lives. There it
He's
is.
trying to tell us to go
Here?
somewhere, but there's nothing there.
Oh.
There you go.
It just
There he
popped.
is.
Oh, who is
Oh
that?
my.
I know we can't share that.
Well, I mean, you can share the one on the left. Maybe we can blur it. I don't know.
So who is that?
So that is porn star Ginger Lynn,
Oh, I've heard of her.
and so
That's a young
I,
girl.
I met her in the first photo. That's from like the 90s, the early 90s. And I met her. And then a friend of mine, end of the year, was like, hey, she's a, she's a photographer, and she was doing something. She was making a video about having fangs made. They make these like porcelain fangs or something for people, it's, for cosplay and stuff. She's like, "Come be my cameraman for this." So I go, and I had no idea that it was at Exotica, and I'm walking.
Yeah.
Oh, the stuff I saw there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm walking down this one road, and I'm there on Sunday morning. We're there Sunday morning when no one's there. I'm walking down this road, and this lady says to me, she goes, "Hey, come talk to me." And I look over, I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Ginger Lynn. I haven't seen you in like."
It's cool. I'm the
30
camera
years.
guy. Oh, hi, it's Ginger Lynn. I haven't seen you in 30 years, other than like last night when I was watching a video about you. But whatever. Hey.
When the selfie stick was invented.
There's a picture of me and Ginger Lynn in the early 90s, and a picture of me and Ginger Lynn in 2022.
I can tell you that one of you looks like you aged a little bit nicer than the other.
I don't know. They both look aged.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Like fine meats.
So the way I ended up at the erotica show is the guy who painted my car, the Z, hits me up and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go to? There's a car show in Jersey. They want a bunch of money for me to do a booth for the shop, but if I bring a car, it's cheaper to do than doing a booth." And I was just like, "I don't know, man, Jersey. Ugh." And then he's like, "It's a porn star convention. I'll pay for your registration in the hotel." And I said, "Can I bring a friend?"
Was his response, "No, we'll supply one for you"?
No, he's just like, "All right, whatever, come on." And so my buddy John was like, "Hey, you want to go to the show?" My wife's like, "Yeah, go ahead. It's gonna be your birthday. Have fun." And we went, and that place was wild.
Is that where you got the picture of your Sed?
Yes, yes,
okay.
with the ladies in the not much go. That was all at the convention. So what was it?
Just get exiting out of the car. There was no problem with that.
Well, I got there was one of the famous ones that came in and sat in the car and took some pictures. What was her name?
At least now you guys are talking about ladies. When I left, you were talking about pistons and rods. At least you've shifted a little.
Oh,
Well, you think they have?
tonight.
They
We've
have.
been all over. Yeah. It's been one of those evenings.
It's all connected.
Sarah. Oh yeah. Was it Sarah? God, Sarah Ann, Sarah Lee, Sarah something. I cannot remember.
Yeah, look at this guy pretending like he doesn't know what he's trying to say.
I don't remember her name. If I showed you the Sarah J, that's it. Yep. Fox remembers. It's Sarah J was the one.
Fox knows all of
In the
them.
news segment
Even the
of
ones that have
Fox
just been in the
remembers.
business for like 5 minutes, he knows their names.
Well, Sarah J was a famous.
Slightly to the left.
Well, no, my buddy John, who went with me, went and did a seminar with Ron Jeremy on what is the best way. Is that the best way to say it without getting demonetized? I guess not.
I think just saying
the
that
man's in jail for,
demonetized.
Hold
He's
on.
in jail.
Prison pocket. I'm in.
Yeah, so this was before Ron Jeremy had gone to prison, obviously. This would have been 2000. Hey, when was that porn star convention I went to? What year was that? Was that like 2012 or 11?
She brings it up in every argument. Don't worry.
Oh, were we married? I don't remember either. It was before we moved and before Colin was born.
I don't remember either.
It was.
That's That's
Yeah, I
a
think it was right
wide
after we were.
range.
I think you might have been pregnant with Colin, actually.
What is the caption for the night?
I don't know. I just remember you said it was my birthday. Have fun. Like she's like, you're never getting with any of those porn stars, so whatever. Have a good time. Like she was not worried about me going to a porn star convention and it being a problem.
That was the highlight of the night, though.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. She's like, I have nothing to worry about. What was that, Mongrels?
That was the highlight of the night right there.
Oh, I just looked over to her and asked it.
It was that porn star convention I went to.
Not surprised,
She remembers.
yeah, I'm sure she does.
And that's when you
I'm
applied
sure
to
she
be Ron
does.
Jeremy's fill-in, right?
No, I was not applying. I didn't actually meet Ron Jeremy. I didn't go to the Ron Jeremy seminar. That was my buddy. I stayed with the car.
The question is, would he shake his hand?
I don't know. The one I remember, the blonde that I have the picture on my phone with is Savannah Steele was her name.
Okay.
I remember her. She actually thought that was her stage name. I don't know what her real name. She wasn't telling me her real name. I mean, we exchanged freaking deets. You think I slide into her DMs over here? Is that what you know? The Navy recruiting booth. The Navy was not running a booth at that particular show.
Really? I don't know why.
Probably a good place to recruit, honestly. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
What is it? Have you seen Vet TV when she goes to the Marine recruiter show that they do? She goes to the hookers and she's like, "You guys want to make some money recruiting for the Marine Corps?"
Oh, you guys want to hear something funny? All right.
Sure.
So
I don't, Julie.
my kids play baseball. This is where the story started. All right. So my wife goes. Well, first off, my older son, he was on a bad team last year. This year he's on a good team. But then my middle son's playing t-ball. He's like, "Hey, I looked up our son's coach, t-ball coach, and I'm pretty sure she's a stripper." And so
your wife comes to you with this information.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
And-
Yeah, okay, all right.
And so I went to the first practice, and it's confirmed. And either if she's still practicing, then the pole probably needs a few extra bolts nowadays. She's not in her prime any longer. But
So wait. How are you sure that she's a stripper? Like,
because the picture that we found was her.
oh, okay. You found it. Okay,
Oh,
now that makes more
I
sense.
just thought
Okay.
it was how she.
I thought,
handled it.
I thought you went to go watch practice. And you're like, oh yeah,
No,
she's definitely a
no,
stripper.
Her Facebook
tags,
is
the
straight
car
up
tags.
advertising for it.
Oh, like we haven't taken that down, or we're still selling old pictures,
I don't know. I think
or is this an OnlyFans thing where we just haven't?
No.
Oh, well,
I think she coaches the next generation.
oh,
Looking it up.
she's
Urban Dictionary.
It's been that kind of show tonight.
I can't wait to see what this chapter is going to be called.
There is no way this doesn't get demonetized. There's just
Comes up with pool crawlers.
Oh, jeez.
oh god.
Yeah, that was my interesting week last week.
So I can top that. I've
Uh-oh.
Here's
I-
fat girl stripper names. Oh, even worse.
I gotta go. My son's crying. I'll be right back.
yep.
I bet
He's got a stripper for a ball coach. I don't doubt it.
Why is he crying? That kid has got nothing to cry about.
Right.
Oh,
Kids
Here we go,
dad,
here we go,
show
here
up and volunteer.
Yeah,
Now,
it's amazing how many
coming to the
dads
show.
make it to baseball.
So here, I had to look up if there was fat strippers. I was interested. I went down this rabbit hole.
Oh, I could have
And,
told you. I could have told you that that's
I
true.
don't-
I've been to Canadian strip clubs. There are fat strippers.
Oh. Are you gonna take that, Canada?
Newfoundland. I've been out there.
Oh,
the strip clubs.
You can't count that. You
Listen,
It is cold.
Listen, those newfies, I'm telling you, bud, once you've seen that,
Like
you
an
can't
11 to
unsee
1
it.
man to
No,
woman
you
ratio.
can't.
It's-
You cannot unsee. I saw things in those strip clubs that you can't unsee.
Did they have both eyes and all their teeth at least?
The one I watched the one come down with enough force with a little flip on the pole, fucking smacking on the ground on the stage thing, that I swear that building shook a little, and I was like, boys, we are. I mean, if she ain't 280, she ain't a real lady, and there were some women in there.
Yes, that is a load-bearing structure.
Dude, the one I saw, she pulls a belt off, spits on the belt and misses, and it goes and lands on my buddy's pants. And we are not close to the stage, boys. And I'm like, where did you take me?
All I'm picturing right now is Jurassic Park when the little dinosaur spits in that dude's face.
Oh, Jesus. She yanks this belt off the dude that they've put up on stage, and when she yanks it off, she goes to do the little thing where it pops and makes the noise, and she spits and does that all at the same time, and it goes arcing ropes across the lights, and I see it land on old boy's leg, and I'm like, you gotta burn those pants. Like, that's what I said to him. I was like, this is terrible. That was like the first night in St. John's.
Yeah, that is a whole different part
That's
of
when you
Canada,
go up on
dude.
stage
That's
and
not
start
the
money
same.
back.
Listen, I've been to a lot of, and I use this term loosely, gentlemen clubs throughout the world.
No.
And that one I went to last year on the way to Sicily scarred me. I'm changed.
Yeah,
Things
that's
happened
the last
there.
one.
Yep. That was the last one I've ever been to. I'm not going back. I'm scared.
Oh,
Oh, this list is so bad.
I have not been to a lot of them,
God.
but there is some extreme differences in different parts. Like Montreal, that's a whole different level. That's
Oh, the
high
brass
class,
rail. I've heard about the brass rail. Or I've heard a couple places called the brass rail.
You want some announcer voice announcing names?
No, the
Yes.
one oh God, yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes. I know we're
It's
going to get
already down.
demonetized for this, but
it's
yes.
already downhill. Let's just keep going.
Oh.
You got Jersey boys.
Oh,
No,
my stomach
No,
hurts.
don't do the Jersey. If you're going to do it, do the Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin here.
Oh.
No.
That's not
Now
Steve Irwin.
coming to the stage, the Titanic.
Shut the... I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that at all. Oh, God.
It goes down.
If you can feel the thunder, coming to the bar is Krispy Kreme.
Oh, that's.
We found your
Where
second
are you
spot.
finding this right now?
It's a list. Straight up list.
Oh.
If you haven't felt the thunder, now coming to the stage, the notorious P.I.G.
That's not right. That's you can't do that. Oh. Oh yeah, we'll put you down. Sorry there, Brailsford. Oh God. Brailsford's not even here, and he asked to be taken out of the live stream. That one was so bad. That was such a stinker. He called it in. He's like, "Oh shit, get me out of there! I can't have my name associated with that one." Oh
This is
my
like
God.
It's going to just demonetize all of our channels.
Seriously, if Dudes with Wrenches still has a channel after this, then they haven't like banned him. Oh, you are so bad in someone else's live, we've decided to kick you off of YouTube.
This is why he never tells his subscribers where he's at.
Oh my God.
You may all want to get seated so you don't weaken in your knees when Chupa Barbara comes to the stage.
Chupa Barbara? Get the fuck out of here. Where are you getting these? What have you done? People in the chat are getting demonetized now.
He just looked up Newfoundland.
Oh, fuck.
If you weren't afraid before, now coming to the poll is the last lap dance.
No,
She's a big
didn't like that one. No.
That one wasn't that good. That one, you can't leave us on that one, man.
Find a better one.
Oh God.
Titanic is still my favorite.
Titanic. Yeah, you led with the gusto off the. Oh no, he
I don't
read
know,
one
the
here.
Notorious
Look, he just
B.I.G.
read one and turned his face like, I don't even know if I can say this.
No, we can't. We're gonna get demonetized for that one.
She says
We're going to.
chupacabra. The chupacabra, I believe, is what they were trying to do.
Oh,
Hold on to your
Tight.
bacon, because here comes high blood precious.
High blood precious.
Followed by I can't believe I drink butter.
Oh no. Oh God.
And hold on to your night snacks, because here comes Miss Hamburglar.
Oh God.
Feel the thunder, because now on the pole is Free Willis.
that did not bring a good image to
Oh
mind at all.
no. I just see a lot of flabby things floating around there. Oh no.
Oh yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
God.
Diane beat it.
Willis.
Oh.
Why?
Why, Willis?
Hold
What
on
you,
to your
talk,
splash
what you
guard,
talking
because
about,
here comes
Willis?
Burger Queen.
I don't want to know. Don't even speculate.
Burger Queen. Oh God. I really thought we had gone as low as we could go.
Oh,
There's always lower.
And
Go
I've
much lower. Currently
just
coming to
been-
the pole is Miss Hydro Food. Everybody make room for barbecue.
I feel like worst case scenario, if it all ever goes to shit, dudes, you always have a backup career as the DJ at Terrible Tuesdays, freaking all you can eat strip club. It's all you can eat seafood buffet and ladies' night is what we got going on here.
We got a local strip club here that employs, they claim, new girls every week. They're called Mavericks, and it's a bring your own beer establishment.
Oh yeah.
No, it's high class
Because-
joint. Okay.
Well,
They get a liquor license.
well, no, I mean, so a lot of times that has to do with the type of entertainment. When the entertainment gets to a certain level, they're not allowed to sell booze in that establishment.
Well, we are not at that level.
Well, it depends what the ladies
It's
do.
a place you go to never want to go again.
So I went to who was the drummer for Pantera? Vinnie Paul, right? Isn't that who? He has a place called the Clubhouse in Dallas. We went there for one of my buddy's bachelor parties, and that place is a BYOB establishment, and it's not because they couldn't get a liquor license. They've got a giant staircase that comes down and then plateaus and then comes down some more. And I watched a chick about 3 or 4 steps from the top catch one of those, the really big heels. She folded one of those under and did not stop at the landing and all the way to the bottom.
Barrel roll.
Ah, here you go. See, that's what I was talking about. Fox knows.
No, that's not true. At least
Generally.
not around here.
Well, Iowa.
You're in
you guys-
Illinois. That's different.
Yeah.
There's
Actually,
some
the one I'm
scumbaggery.
thinking of is actually not in Illinois. It's just across the Wisconsin border.
Oh, well, Wisconsin girls, that's a different deal altogether.
That's the Titanic
Okay,
right there.
I was gonna say that you should have had one of these queued up, ready for this spot right there. You really missed an opportunity, man.
Really
Oh,
missed it.
I don't know if I can
I'm out
take
of that
much more.
tab. I don't know if I can
There's-
burn that from my history, Frank.
There,
I want to know the one that you couldn't say.
I know.
Oh, it
That-
was graphic. Well, let's just say it started with Jabba the.
Oh no, you
You
can't.
got it.
You
Yeah, you
can't.
probably can't say that
You,
one.
you can't do that. No. No. Dude, let's face it. There's absolutely zero chance this thing stays monetized, but that would have been a problem. What wasted talent fabrications are we talking about? Becky, I don't even want to try to bring you up to speed. It's just chicken, provolone. Oh God! Oh God! I'm gonna say there are some jokes to be made here with cheese and Wisconsin strip.
Yeah. Wisconsin
Oh,
stripper now coming to the stage. Holy Swiss.
oh.
Not,
You got to do
not
one with
so sharp
curds.
cheddar.
No, there's got to be something to do with curds. I don't know how you pull that off, but
Oh my God.
Now coming to the stage, creamy curds Gary.
oh, yep, that paints the picture I thought it would.
Oh.
That'll run
Yeah.
just fine.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Cottage
wash out.
cheese, cottage cheese Catherine.
Catherine,
Catherine.
Chastity.
Chastity.
Yeah.
Cottage cheese chastity.
I missed
No.
I really did.
You're telling me your very well planned out and executed lives just don't fulfill you the same way as this does? You're with your like real guests and actual conversations that people want to hear.
Oh no.
Except for next time, I think I might have to log in with the other channel.
So you don't get
Somebody will
demonetized.
grab that
Yeah.
Are you saying that Wasted should go ahead and at you in the description of this one?
I don't know if he wants me to at this point. I mean, they say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but
I didn't even think about the other direction.
you mispronounced Holy Swiss.
Holly.
Holly Swiss. Oh, that's what it is.
Oh man.
Thick Gouda. My brain goes places. Don't worry about
Oh no.
it. Show me this. Show me this theater.
How are you, Doc?
Smeg Mom. Oh no. Oh, Julie, come on. Oh, you would. Look, even Becky's like, easy now. Easy now, boys. Calm your tits. Oh, shop kill, Julie. Julie, you're not right.
I found a list of actual strip club names.
Strip cup?
Club.
Strip club.
I thought you said cup. I was like, what is the strip cup you speak of?
There's gotta be some interesting ones in there.
Yeah, I don't think any of these can be said.
And I was going to shut this down 25 minutes ago. I think
Because
that
we were
probably
doing
would have been a good
interesting
idea.
ones before.
Oh.
That's I could say that on the internet, but it's not good. Probably illegal. Come on down to Volcanic Eruptions Gentlemen's Club.
I really want to see what the logo is for that
I can.
place.
No, I don't want to see.
Want
No.
I can share that screen.
Oh boy.
It's really not that.
Does it look anything like the camshaft photo?
Oh,
No, not that.
no.
Yeah.
I had finally
Camshaft
gotten
more-
that
The
out
camshaft
of my.
picture was actually more erotic. This is poorly shingled.
You see
Now we've all got that
that?
camshaft picture in our heads again.
I know. I'd finally gotten rid of that.
The arts performance.
Oh, Braille's is back. Sorry, bud.
Oh my God.
Good.
Man.
It's gonna
You
be
see
one of
what
those
Male
Put in?
strip review called Spitting Image. She might be onto something there.
Oh.
So this actually has a poorly neon sign of Popeye the Sailor Man, and it says "Cockeye the Sailor Man." Model day. What does that even mean?
Where is that? Like, is that in the States or is this like Guam or something?
I couldn't give a location.
So everywhere you've been stationed, what is the O Club?
The O Club?
It's the Officers Club, right?
Yeah.
In Jacksonville, Florida. You know what the O Club is?
Well, it's a strip club.
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
No, you don't go to the O Club. I know. Jacksonville. There's a lot of places in Jacksonville you probably shouldn't be going to.
Oh. I need to catch my breath. Oh my Lord.
I remember ending up at a place. It was a biker strip club in Jacksonville somewhere where it was.
Those are high class. Those are high class.
So they didn't have strip like a place like it was all on the bar because the poles were on the bar because they didn't actually have like a stage. It was an interesting establishment, but they were a little loose on the IDing. So
Glad you said the ID.
Where did you Whoa.
I'm sitting here with my beer bottle. Whoa!
Whoa.
Take that thing away with you.
Dudes looks like he's found something.
He's down a rabbit hole.
He's contemplating.
I did. Did you see that? I was watching him there. It's like he's on to something here, boys. It's like the dog when he's caught a scent.
Nope, I'm just going down an avenue I didn't want to know was a thing.
Oh my God. Yeah, back up slowly and don't make eye contact.
There is so many forums that are like, how fat is too fat to be a stripper? Who's asking this question?
I feel like it's time to go down another rabbit hole there, dudes. We've milked this one as far as it's willing to go.
Oh, don't say that because I don't think we have, and I don't know how deep that rabbit hole goes.
Don't encourage him, mongrels.
No.
We could break out that well prepared list that we have for.
Yes, what's on the list?
Did we do that this week?
We'll just pull from any list. Yeah,
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, that was last week's list.
Oh, you're right. We can't use last week's list.
We didn't even use it last week. Oh man.
Circle back around.
Yeah.
Well, we started. What did we even start?
Washing machines.
Washing machines. That's right.
Yeah, we talked about podcasts at some point. We did talk about that.
We did, which makes this not clickbait because we actually talked about it at one point. I tell you what, I feel like you could have listened to this whole thing without seeing it, and it would have been just as funny.
I think so.
Outside of the lubricating of the camshaft.
Yeah, that one definitely needed.
You kind of need to have that visual.
That's the struggle with editing.
Actually, I don't know if I did need.
Appreciate it, Narks.
Visual.
It's always a good night having you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, have a good one, Narks.
That's the struggle with editing a live stream into an audio podcast is because comments you can't see, if you're sharing pictures. So some of that stuff, when I end up cutting a lot of stuff out of our live streams because it's just not, you don't know what's going on. You don't have the context.
You get kind of lost. Well, and so at that point, is that happening enough that it's distracting from it that you need to cut it out? Or can you just leave it in and people are like, well, I guess we don't get to see that.
I probably should, but
if you'd miss it, you miss it.
Yeah, I probably should, but I spend too much time editing that I probably shouldn't.
Oh, we need to get you in talking to dudes so we can talk about spending any time editing.
Hey,
that's literally all I do.
I am
edit.
not backing off the freaking pedal.
Day, man. Hey.
Shorts don't count.
Shorts count.
Shorts
and
do
now
not
I've gotten
count.
into Photoshop, so I make all the thumbnails for our show. So
yeah.
I edit the podcast listening to it while I'm in Photoshop making thumbnails.
Sounds like that guy needs more monitors.
More monitors. You're going back to Jersey with this? You're just going to keep going there, huh?
He's getting better.
That one was better. I'll give it to him. I don't know. So I do 3 to 6 long form videos a week. 3 is my bare minimum I need to do. Yeah, that's what I'm editing. Yeah. Well, I'm retired, so I have time for that, dudes. But do more than... You know what he told me? He edited one the other day. And he's like, I'm going to keep editing. I'm going to do 1 a month, 12 a year. I literally... What did I tell you? Get off your shit and go do it.
I think that's a good goal.
It's weak goal. It's like when you said, "Oh, I'll make 100,000 by next year." Whatever. Yes, 2 days into next year, you made it.
Yeah.
It was actually at like 2 weeks before the new year.
Or was it? That's what it was? I don't remember. Oh, my bad.
Have you cracked 150 or what was this count last time?
It was 115.
It's up to 116,772 right now.
There you go.
I'm just trying to get to 5,000.
We slowed.
How many
down.
did you lose during this?
Oh yeah, dudes.
Let me go look. Subscription source.
Made you lose?
Well, Eric's lost
7
3 or
days.
whatever since we started.
2 in the last 2 hours.
So what is today? How's it
Are you
showing
guys
today?
co-hosting? Is
Oh,
that
you
how
got
you're
to
doing
know.
this?
You got to
No.
know what you were.
No, he's just he was saying that they just must have unsubscribed from him being here. You know, we're bringing his
I
channel
mean, if it
down.
makes you feel any better, this week I've lost 210.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah,
Oh, you're getting better.
7 days.
Drop in the bucket.
Right.
Well,
Oh, that was 7 days. Let's see what my 7 days are for loss. Well, are you counting just the what are you counting? Just all lost? Okay.
subscriptions lost.
Yeah, I'm 98 for the last 28 days. 7 days.
7
is
days.
15
Oh wow,
for the last 7 days.
that seems.
I'm not going to
same
look
method.
because it negatively impacts my mental health on you.
Your mental health, you're gonna keep going there on that. Well, I love reading the descriptions when they tell you, like other, it gives you some bull in there. Like between the closed accounts and the other category where they pull, man, those guys just hit me for numbers every day.
Oh dang, 28 of those were closed accounts.
Yeah. That number has actually been going up a bunch. That's 28 closed accounts in 7 days just on your channel.
Yeah,
They're all
and then
going to Rumble.
31 of them are from.
Well, I mean,
subscriptions.
28's not a lot when you compare it to 100 and whatever thousand.
I mean,
Well,
that's true.
I mean, I could give you how many I got in 7 days, but
I mean, you gotta think about it. You gotta think like out of 100 something thousand, 28 people didn't necessarily got rid of an email.
So I haven't had any closed accounts in the last couple of days, but in the last 28 days, I've had 10. Well, 10 get closed and 1 get brought back, apparently, because that's a thing.
really, I've been losing more in the last week than I have in a while.
I lost one in the last.
I've actually had a great week, which is odd.
Mine's been down, but I mean, on whole, again, as long as it's positive, that's really all I give a shit about. The
All right,
days when you
fellas.
have negatives or when it's bad. You out, brother?
Yep, I got to run.
All right. Well, I appreciate being on. Everyone here has
Thanks
been on
for
your
ruining
channel.
your channel.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it down.
He just lost another subscriber. That's why he's
Got those
leaving.
logos up there.
He's like, I'm out.
I lost 5 subs tonight. I'm done.
Yeah, that's my limit. I have to leave at 5.
You can't take it
I'll
anymore.
leave at 5.
I'm just kind of sitting here with a green screen behind me. No big deal.
He's intermittently muting his mic, going, "No,
Just stop. Come back.
It was fun. It was fun.
For sure, man. If you get free
definitely.
chance, you're welcome anytime, man. Always.
Yeah, I'll get you next weekend and see what you guys are doing if you're up here. Figure
Yeah.
out what time you're going live again.
I'd like to say we're going to do it consistently, but we're not.
you'll be back to Saturday."
Consistently inconsistent.
Consistently inconsistent.
I'll keep an eye out. So it was good talking to everybody, though. It was fun.
All right,
Thanks.
brother. Have a good night.
There.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.
Sorry for getting you demonetized. Oh, no.
Oh,
I keep hitting the cable for the TV and it keeps turning off. Well, on that note, it is,
Been 2
we've been
hours.
going for 2.5 hours on this 1 hour live.
yeah.
I mean,
We don't always go for the 17-hour lives anymore, Brailsford. I know that's what we're known for, but those hurt.
Yeah, and then
you're retired. You got nothing else to do.
So that's the thing. I don't, but I end up doing so much random stuff. It's when you have nothing to do, you end up doing everything.
Well, the other thing about those 17-hour live is we come up with some bad ideas that we try to implement too.
Oh yeah, like let's go do a Volvo
Volvo.
LS swap in a week.
That seems like a cult thing.
I don't know that was a bad idea. It was.
It was a great idea. You know what?
I think we messed
Just
up.
say what's a good idea.
Oh, your jersey is.
Does
getting
Cletus still have that car?
He does.
Yeah.
Does he drive it still?
Yeah,
It needs some other things. It needs struts and
Needs car stuff.
it needs car stuff.
So
the swap works.
He needs the frame. He needs to put it on a truck frame, lift it.
Oh,
That should be your next
mean-
project. Take the LS swap Volvo, lift it, make it
It's
4-wheel drive.
So, guys, that's the perfect segue to the number one item on our list that we've never gotten to.
Bad project cars. I remember this one.
Yeah.
No, Bad Project Cars was the second one. The first one was the group to get together. Yeah.
Oh, it's right. Okay, I got lost on the list.
But you either or.
I perused it once. I saw the list. Oh man! So the problem I had with that whole build was we worked too hard, and we had what we would do is we would work 10, 15 hours in a day, and then we'd go back to the Airbnb and we'd sit around and bullshit for 4 hours, and then we get 3 hours of sleep and go back and do it again. And after 3 or 4 days, that added up and was negatively affecting it. We needed a get together that was more hanging out and doing stuff and hanging out than it was working. And that was something none of us took into account when we came up with the brilliant idea.
Hey, I kept your guys' stream open while I was at work. I was just periodically commenting obnoxious comments.
Oh, and so that was pretty cool too. I liked having the live going in the shop with a bunch of different people that could come in and interact to get,
the only reason I'm monetized right now.
That you got a lot of hours off of that live.
Yeah.
The one live on Dude's channel. How many hours did you end up getting up to on that video?
Well, there was like 2,200 views. So
yeah, that one got viewed the most out of everybody's.
Yep.
So you guys could come here, where I never finish any projects, and we could just sit around for a week not finishing projects.
Yes. Well, it's like all of our ideas we come up with Dudes now is just us going somewhere to do something with a car.
Yeah.
We lost him.
Oh.
He gone.
Bro, he's back.
There you back.
Elon.
I just got Starlink for a second.
Yeah, I got Elon. Don't worry about that.
Yay.
I am jealous. I would take another 63 because that would get me 63 more subs than I have now.
That would put me over the 900 mark.
There you go.
I am so jealous.
How you're getting there?
Oh, I'm always up for 63 more subscribers. I need that.
Facts.
I'm up for a good hard 63 myself.
Oh, this is like I say at the end of everything. If you're not subscribed to Dudes, don't, because he doesn't need you.
Jeez.
He does not.
Are you good out of spite? I mean,
have you wrote Schrodinger on the box yet?
Yeah, man.
Did you actually write it on there?
No.
You need
I
to
lose
write
it
on
occasionally. I keep losing it.
You lost your play button.
Over there. It's in that pile over there.
He still hasn't opened. He refuses to open the play button.
Not.
Wait, didn't you say you're going to open it when you get the million subscriber play button?
Yeah, but I feel like if I ever get there, I'm not going to open that one either.
No, he's
yeah,
not.
but you need to open up the silver play button when you get the gold play button.
Yeah, just like, hey, everybody.
If I ever get to Dudes' place, I'm going to open it.
I'm going to put it in my safe. You're going to have to like
I mean, that'll just make it harder. I just want to know what it says because he says he put something stupid on the freaking plaque, or that's what he says. I have no idea if this is true or not.
You can put whatever you want on your plaque.
That's what he tells me.
It says Wasted Town Fabrications.
It might. I have no idea. This is the Schrodinger's cat of the whole thing. He tells me the story. He tells me he can do all this, and then he tells me he's never going to open it. And so I'm just left with this. What's in the box?
That's the greatest troll ever.
He did, and that's what he's done to me. So I'm sharing it with you guys now.
That's something he can work into the video. I'm going to open this at some point, and it shows it every videos, and he never opens it.
Oh no, he wants to just keep it in the background in the box, and they put the shipping label right over the top of it too. So the box is screwed up. Like
you just periodically like spill coffee on it, like you don't care. Just in your videos, something horrible happens to it every video.
Dirt on it every month, and just so it gets real good and thick.
Okay, Vice Grip.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, too soon. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hold on.
We're getting demonetized now. We're done. The car community is officially going to shun us. Walk away.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
I'm missing the joke here. Maybe someone clue me in later.
We don't need.
I'll tell him. So it was alleged that Vice Grip was sifting dirt onto the barn finds at some point by some people. So the sifting dirt onto his play button was a dig at that. Because no one apparently finds that many barn finds. Is the what they say. Are you changing your name right now so that That's not right.
As his subscriptions just continue to go down.
He puts a mustache. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, there's the F-bomb. There it is. Avoid it all.
There's no way. I've had to have said it somewhere else.
No, I don't think you did.
I can tell you that at least 3 can get in without on the regular videos without getting demonetized. So
okay.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. I really appreciate everyone coming out for these Saturday night deals. Brailsford, I appreciate you coming on. You're getting close to what do you got going on? Give us a little what's going on in the channel.
Oh shoot, I'm just shy of 4,500.
Nice.
I'm closing on hopefully at 5,000 maybe by the end of the month.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
Sweet.
If I keep the pace I'm on this past week, I'll make it. But if not, I don't really care. Honestly, I've been doing so much better when I used to be very regimented, consistent, and now I just put it up whenever I can, and I've been doing a lot better, which is odd, but it's also I'm not purposely doing that. I don't have time for anything.
Yeah. So it's just going up when it's going up, and it seems to be working.
This guy.
Yeah, pretty much, and somehow it's doing all right. And I'm still doing the Mustang stuff, but I got a travel trailer, so I've done a couple. It's like a 2023, and it's the most popular one there is. So
hell yeah! So you're getting
easy
search.
content.
Yeah, you're getting search
and I bought
stuff
it in
for
January, so I was the first one to put a video up with the new model, and it's doing well. And
Nice.
it's all going to the Mustangs. So
Did I see a thumbnail of that thing wrecked?
no, it's not wrecked. That's complete clickbait. And
No, I did see a thumbnail of a wrecked.
Yeah, so it said first trip out, everything that went wrong. So I found a picture of one that's been crashed already, but not so crashed it doesn't look like it wouldn't have made it home. So, yeah. But when I posted it on the group page for those things, I did say disclaimer, this is not my trailer.
Yeah.
I did say that, but when normal people see it, they're just going to click it. And if they get pissed off, good. Maybe they'll leave a comment and help me out.
You're not wrong, because dudes and I have had lots of conversations about clickbait and that type of stuff.
Everyone does
and
it.
yeah,
You're not
totally
doing
a
it.
thing.
You're not doing it. That's the only difference.
I'm not over here doing it, but
I am doing it.
well, it's funny because I get called out for clickbait on things that I'm just like, this wasn't clickbait. One of the shorts was wait till the end and see what happens, and at the end, the thing happened. And
have you guys seen the
"That's
video?
clickbait."
Oh, hold up.
He's
Have you
so
seen the
excited.
video of the ice racing? The dude's hold on, you got to see this. Can you let me find it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
We must share.
Oh, where they fall into the ice?
Yes,
Yeah, that's nuts.
it's freaking crazy.
Yep.
What do they do?
They're
Wait,
ice
what do they
racing
race?
and the ice fails.
Oh, like the vehicles on the ice.
Like the ice disappears from under them, and they go in,
Oh,
and the guys have to eject because the car starts sinking.
oh yeah, because it's going to the bottom.
Yeah, where the freak is this video? I sent it to my brother.
No.
I'll find it.
Unclickbait, like negative click-through rate.
Yeah, that's me too.
I don't know. I try not to clickbait.
There it is. All right, hold it. Can you full screen me? I'll show it to
can.
you.
Yep, gotcha.
It just says wait for it on the screen somewhere.
These are just like a truck. Yeah. Or car or whatever.
It doesn't look like they're going all that fast.
Doesn't it?
I'm sure they
Well,
are.
there was
but-
a wreck, so they're just starting back out.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow!
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah, you gotta go.
That dude in the car up, those guys are out quick. Oh wow!
Yeah, that's
The
what
camera
you,
stays in, and it keeps.
Not over.
No way!
that's what you always expect to happen on ice road truckers, but it never happens.
Holy crap! That was quick.
I know, right? You guys saw that? Man, the pucker factor right there.
Oh.
You ain't
Wait,
getting
you
that
see
one
those
back.
guys getting out of the car quick, and you're like, okay, yeah, they're just overreacting. You know, you want to get out, and then you see how quickly it actually went down. Like, that's why you don't race on top of water that's frozen.
Like the bottom of my car would be a boat. I wouldn't drive otherwise.
Boat.
You're racing an amphibious vehicle, an amphicar.
Oh Jesus!
Yep. I
All
was
right,
considering
well,
rain.
then we got that guy down there, so YouTube doesn't know. So I guess you don't want to tell everyone what's coming up on your channel.
I'm working on the Mach 1, trying to get it ready for No Name Nationals, and then I've got my '99 Trans Am that I'm also gonna get on and get it ready for No Name Nationals. At some point, I'm gonna do the cheap Hemi engine builds, where I'm gonna take parts from a bunch of scrap engines to try to make a good engine,
Oh Jesus!
just
That's
reusing
gonna-
all the parts.
That's good. Well, you know, Turlo did some stuff
In
with
his
one of
driveway.
those. Yeah, remember?
Under
Yep.
And I'm gonna
Under
throw
a
it in
canopy.
something. Yeah, I'm just going to throw it in something and go thrash on it. And the intent is to show how robust these engines are, and that not everything has to be perfect, right?
You guys are crazy.
I mean, I hope that works out.
Oh, it'll work fine.
I mean, it'll be.
Either way, it'll be good content.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna
I'm
be.
gonna hop off.
All right, man. You have a good one, brother. And then we got Midnight rounding it out here because I don't let dudes do it because he doesn't put out any content.
Hey,
I know I'm getting there.
I filmed a bunch of stuff on that VW today, so
So you're gonna be a big DOS Volkswagen guy.
Oh man, I've had so many Volkswagens. It's not funny. Just not on my channel. I've had
Yeah.
dozens of them. My first Volkswagen I was 17. Got it for $25 from Auto Shop.
because it's the perfect
Jesus.
high school car.
Oh my god. Is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
well,
Is that-
I mean,
is that-
I had a Camaro as well, but that was actually also my first real flip. I bought that thing for $25 and sold it for $250.
this guy.
I thought I was rich.
Oh,
Bryce, how you doing, buddy? Oh, so you were making that big flip, that come up money right there.
Yeah,
There we
man.
go.
That got me started on never-ending trail of project cars. That turn into
Project Carbide, yeah, that's worked out great.
yeah.
It's an addiction. We just started at a young age.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, that was high school auto shop. That was like 1987. I think that car.
87.
But yeah, good times. So yeah, so I brought that, and that was a barn find, garage find kind of deal. Been sitting
there
since
dust
the
on
late
it?
'90s. Oh yeah, I threw some dust on it.
Okay, good. All right. Because
But I didn't
they
have
won't
any-
believe. They already don't believe you when barn find stuff on your channel. So
Oh, I know they don't believe anything. I had a nice comment today. A guy said another one-armed genius invest in a tripod. You know,
oh, that yeah.
Hell,
I deleted his comment immediately.
you should.
I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. You know.
Yeah.
I had
Everything
I did delete one the other day because I was just like, it was like wasted talent fabrications, more like no talent fabrications. I was just like, this is
weak sauce, friend.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
so
much.
it was so weak that I was just like, I can't even let this stay, bud, because it's not worth me to come back at this. It's so low. It's just yeah.
You know what works
Yeah,
better?
yeah. On my
just
channel,
don't
crap
read
like
it.
that just gets deleted, man. I don't care. Just bye.
Just let them linger. Don't read anything.
We take you down, sure. Oh yeah, dude, watch the back, Bryce, because you're gonna miss.
Yeah, I don't get as many comments as you dudes, so I can't. It's hard to ignore them.
You can't go the way of the buffalo and just be like, "We're not here no more."
No,
Yeah,
not everyone's notifications go to 999 or
I shut 'em
whatever.
off. I did figure that
Yeah.
out.
It got so bad.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
dudes.
I get good comments too, but
Let's
yeah.
give us the rundown. What's going on in Dudes with Wrenches land? Sell us on making me a subscriber for Dudes with Wrenches.
This is the new video, everybody.
Oh,
Right here.
Okay.
This one. How
New
to get a
vidya.
free motor. This is going to be up tomorrow at 9 a.m. with the correlating short also at 9 a.m.
Oh, you're doing it at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
But what if
This
someone
leads
watches the short
this.
without the
This.
long form, or the
Well,
long form without the
Oh,
short?
look at the
They'll be
little
lost.
sign that says it's on. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
all of his stuff has dollar signs.
Dude, can I make a suggestion from that?
What's that? Like
Put the long form out at like 9:01 and put the short out at 9.
That's what I was gonna say too. I put the short. I go shorts then long form whenever I put out on days where they do the same. I don't ever release them at the same time, and I don't. Maybe I do that because you told me not to, Jim. I'm not sure, but somewhere there's a reason I do that. I don't remember why it is.
Well, the weird thing about the long form is
Huh?
if you put the short out last, YouTube's going to push the short, and you don't need help with that. You need help with the long form getting pushed.
Yes.
So if you put the long form out last, should in theory get pushed longer.
And I have noticed that on long forms and lives, like on Saturdays, I noticed once we do this live and it finally does make it to the top of the channel, the long form I put up dives off. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you could try it and see if it does anything at all, makes any difference. But I don't. When I put out a long form, I usually wait 2 days before I put out another short.
Nice
I
party.
give it 48 hours for YouTube to push it.
So
That's
Sunday
an
is
old
always
one
my
that Midnight will
best day.
remember.
So we're gonna run
Old
on Sunday.
spuds.
Well, I'm going to watch it.
I still think you should have done. Oh, did my camera die?
Oh, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing with notifications. They'll notify you on what comes out first, and then they'll notify you on what comes out second, and that can bury your first video that comes out.
Yep.
Well, that's fine. If it buries the short, then we're good.
Right? Yeah, you want it to bury the short, so you put out the short first, and then the long form. So the long form is what they notify on last.
Well, and see, that's the whole problem with notifications, though, because I've actually tested notifications very heavily. And most people that have notifications on, because I have other people who have accounts with notifications on, they will receive the notification not when the video comes out as a short, but whenever YouTube feels that they will be watching.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
notification for a short isn't notifications. But for a long
Right,
format,
but
it's the exact opposite. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
So how many comments do you think you're going to get on this? Because we were talking a minute ago that you get a lot of comments on your content. What do you think is going to be the? Do you get a lot on the long form? Do they come?
I
Does
do
that
get
translate?
some on the long format, but when you're talking 2,000 views only, there's not a lot of
Only.
Only. Yeah.
Only.
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 Yeah. 2000s.
It's like I told him, if I could just get 100 views on every video I put up,
I'd be thrilled. I'd be
Yeah.
thrilled.
Yeah.
But 2,000 views is like $4 or something like that, roughly.
sounds about right.
Probably. I had a live stream the other night do an RPM that was stupid high. I made $2 off of 20 views on no, it wasn't a live stream. It was Wednesday's long form video. I made off of 20 views, $2.50 because the RPM on that was stupid high on that video.
There's 221 thumbs up on the post talking about the long format.
Yeah, but the post, that's the problem. The post always pulls a bunch compared to, you know what I mean? So
And there's 11 comments on it as well.
that would be awesome.
It seems appropriate for. Well, actually, we didn't really talk much about cars on this one.
I feel like there was some car stuff in here somewhere, but yeah, for the most part, we were. Well, the thing I loved, that one I said, what was the one we had? There was a thumbnail that said Saturday Night Live, Dudes and Wrenches, who knows where we'll lead or something like that. And I thought that was the best one for it because you never know with these things. We end up all over the place.
So we've done the round table with all of us. Now, what do you got coming up, Wasted?
For me, it's riding content is going to be the big thing that is coming out. I mean, obviously riding videos constantly because I do a lot of riding. I'm going to be doing a lot more live stuff in the garage. I found that the welding stuff and some of the tedious things that I'm doing in the garage don't really translate well to videos because it just gets sped up or it cut out realistically a lot of the times. So I'm trying to do some live streams in the garage where I can interact and get to use some of that stuff that wouldn't necessarily be used in a real video for live stream content, I guess I'm trying. It's a good way to do little live streams during the week when I'm in the garage at nighttime. Because the problem I have, and that I haven't really talked about with the channel now, is I share the garage with my dad and Gabe and my brother and whoever else is doing things. And so there's music randomly going during the day and people coming and goings and all these other things which make filming and doing a whole lot of things during the day hard. So the nighttime is when I do a lot of the filming for videos and then I run some lives in the wee hours. So if you and then some weld porn with Rich over here. I've been I actually knocked out a good bit of welding today too, but Rich has been helping out a ton with just little pointers and things. The hard part is Rich tries to tell me how to do something and then I have to try and figure out exactly what he's telling me via text. That's the really hard part. And then retrain myself to actually do what he told me to do because that's the hard part. And then Shell's been in there every night too. And then Becky has actually been the one running the monitor, moderator, and Rich. You're really getting in there, zooming in there deep. Is that what we're gonna do? Is that where we're just gonna?
I haven't trimmed my nose hairs lately, so I'm not going to do that.
Yes.
How stoic.
Hold on, I gotta tilt it.
I'm not gonna do it. I don't want you to get demonetized.
Well, we're beyond that point. I think we've hit that point. First two months.
Thumbnail right here.
That's well. So I literally just took last week. This week's thumbnail is just last week's. I just screenshot in one spot. Like dudes and I were trying to figure it out. But I appreciate everyone that's been in the chat today. Rich, you're still here. Appreciate Shell, Brian, Bryce, Shopcat, and whoever else is still here. I really appreciate it. You guys, as usual, mongrels, go subscribe if you're not. In fact, make new accounts and go subscribe. We need to get him over 1,000. He's almost there. Midnight, make sure you go over there, do your things with him. He's got new videos coming out, what, twice a week? 3 times a week? How many times a week you putting new stuff out there?
Oh, whenever I have it. I'm not doing any sort of regular stuff.
Okay, well, keep an eye out. That's coming. He puts out stuff. Dudes, he's allegedly, there's going to be a new video tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to show up, but there better be a video because I've been waiting.
Proof. It's on the schedule.
I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. It was supposed to be last week and we missed it.
Yeah, I screwed up there.
Wait, is that 9 your time or 9 East Coast?
East Coast time, Central
time. Here's a pro tip before we go. Don't upscale your video and turn a 17-minute video into a 64 gig file. Because then when you try to upload, say 65-ish gig file, your internet says get bent.
Way too much.
Doesn't work. And you realize
all right.
it's 2 hours in, so
Everyone's saying late. We appreciate everyone as usual. If you're not subscribed to Dudes with Wrenches, don't. He doesn't need you.
It's fine.
It's fine.